right. Hello, True Heel Heat. I'm the AEW World Champion MJF. Just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or since you listen to this podcast poor, you're listening to True Heel Heat, and I apologize for that.
He said to watch True Heel Heat now! Right now!
Hello, I'm Will Nightingale, and though I might generally be regarded as a very bubbly, upbeat person, you're watching True Heel Heat.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook and Twitch for AEWramble episode 258. What's a god to a non-believer? But we are here to break down last night's July 15, 2026 edition of AEW Dynamite as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague. He is the man of 60,000 subscribers. You go to him for his TV and movie reviews. You go to him for his honest criticisms of Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling. And you go to him for his amazing Yankee fitteds. The one and only Jimmy Macram. Jimmy, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm curious what you all thought of last night's show. Sure, we're all got different opinions about it, we'll say.
Don't we always have different opinions about this show?
Almost always. Man on an island.
You always have people who agree with you in the chat. I think more often than not, people agree with you more than me in the chat.
That's because we ran off all the fucking sickos away. I'm proud of that.
We're not an inclusive show here. We don't have an inclusive community. Show up on Saturdays.
What is the word? What's the fucking word for it? Punk was right about the sickos being soft. salted than wrestlers they like. So we've ran them all away. It's all right. Come back whenever you like, or just watch True Heel Heat. You can hear fucking. I'll be nice. Yeah.
He's never nice, people. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all of your wrestling family, friends, and fans on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can sound off in the comments down below. Let us know what you thought about last night's AEW Dynamite. Hit the hype button. That also helps us out a lot. And also sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you and hear your thoughts on last night's AEW Dynamite. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to get back to what we do here. You want to make sure your comment is highlighted on screen and show your support to AEWramble. You could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate your support. So the question in the headline is, do fans want Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight at Redemption? I think we all know the answer, but my question to you, and we'll highlight any answers that we get, how could they make the fans want this matchup? In an alternate universe, if we are not in this universe, in an alternate universe, if these were two different characters, or didn't have, one was like a mid-card champion, one was a world champion, if you could build this matchup like on a video game, how would you do it for Redemption?
Would I be starting now, or I would be starting for a month or two ago?
Let's go with a month or two ago.
Well, first things first, Kevin Knight is shot, so he's no longer available to use. We then decide to...
I don't even know why I bother asking you these type of questions.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Put the TNT title into Takeshita, and then you run Omega into Takeshita. Takeshita is somebody who's beaten Omega twice already, even though the world seems to have forgotten about it. How could I blame you for forgetting? It's been so very long ago, and he's now a mid-card, surpassed by fucking Kevin Knight. I don't think there is a way to make this enjoyable, doable. Kevin Knight is too far down the card to buy into an Omega and Kevin Knight matchup. That's number one. And number two, as more importantly, this is a not only is it a lame duck pay-per-view, it's a lame duck title match. Nobody on planet Earth thinks Omega's losing his fucking belt. I don't give a fuck who you put in there. Maybe MJF. Other than that, nobody's buying into Omega losing the belt. So?
Yeah, that the MJF would have been best case scenario. I think I would have. You said Takeshita. I would have went with Okada. Okada just beat him last year at All In.
I forgot that happened too.
Yeah.
There's too many people on this roster.
We got a couple of comments we want to highlight here. We got Goldie Loke, who says, what it do at THH? What a show. I think Kevin Knight finna turn babyface soon. Agree? We're only 2 months into his heel turn, and we're already teasing a babyface turn.
I expect the Daniel Garcia situation, where they tease it and he doesn't go through with it. Mm-hmm. I expect it to turn out just as well, to be fair. Poorly, for those who wonder.
Yeah, if you want the translation, if you're new here, it means poorly. We also got a super chat donation to start us off from our main man, Dion Jenkins. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. We will give you one of our favorites here, so we will let you
speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my God, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you?
Never fails. Dion says, have y'all heard that WWE is going head-to-head with AEW All Out in the same city? This should be interesting. I said a couple of weeks ago, we talked about WWE announcing for All In Sunday, August 30th, they are doing a double shot show of WWE AAA and NXT Heatwave in Edinburgh, I think Texas, I think that's how you say it. But in Texas, they're doing a double shot show of AAA and NXT against AEW, and they're starting it around the same time because AEW, of course, is in Wembley Stadium. They're going to be starting around like about 12 Eastern, 1 o'clock Eastern. So WWE is doing their double shot starting at noon. So then I was like, they gotta just okay, they're doing different stuff, but it's just the same thing, and they're putting out their lame duck third, fourth brands out there. They gotta do something else. They gotta do something new, something interesting if they're gonna do this counter programming. This is interesting because they announced today that AAA and WWE Worlds Collide will be on Sunday, September 26th, from the All-State Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Why this is interesting? Because AEW announced about a week and a half ago that AEW All Out 2026 will take place from the Now Arena in Chicago, Illinois on Sunday, September 26th.
Somebody's got to explain this math to me. Somebody's got to explain why this is financially feasible. This is obviously not a TKO call. This is a Triple H on the con. I'm not sure who's responsible for this. I don't get this at all. I don't understand. I don't particularly care. I don't think it does much, nor do I think it's worth what it costs to do. It's not all for being petty, but petty in the service of something. Like, if we're going to try to put these people out of business, I'd be all for that. But you're not even seem to be going for that. You just seem to be trying to cost them like $12 at a time. This feels so weird. What is the goal here exactly? Outside of annoying them, I suppose has its own merit.
They're like, hey, we haven't been able to mess with them for their pay-per-view buys. How about we try to mess with them with their ticket sales?
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. Oh, to be fair, I should probably worry about your own tickets at this point. But hey.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We got Big Man Does, who acts as Worlds Collide is a live event, as far as I know, not televised. No, it is a live. It's a televised event. It's going to air live on YouTube.
Okay, let's say they cost them 2,000 people. So there's 2,000 less people in that fucking AEW building than would have been otherwise. Is that worth it? What is that? $20 a ticket, 40 grand. What are we doing? What is going on? I'm so very confused.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. They're trying to control the news cycle on the big AEW pay-per-view week. It hasn't helped the last 3-4 times. They had one of their biggest shows of the year, WrestlePalooza, versus like a B-level AEW card, and AEW got all the attention because it was the better show. And everybody talking about WWE was talking about how that show was not as good as the AEW show.
What does that do for anybody? Somebody explain that to me. Ever since I was a child, I've heard about winning the news cycle and winning the back page. Back in the day, there was let's say, 20-some years ago, the Mets had a really big offseason. They signed Roberto Alomar and fucking Mo Vaughn and all these old all-stars. And everybody was saying, the Mets are winning the back page of the New York newspapers. I'm like, what does that do exactly, though? I'm so very confused. What does that mean to anybody? I don't understand this competing for the news cycle. This feels like an ego thing to me.
Yeah, I agree. I like Ready Than Horror calling Redemption Grand Slam Canada.
That card looks rough.
Oof, yeah. That you know me. I'm usually a Mr. Positive on this show, but I can't even put on a brave face. That is AEW. That is AEW Redemption.
Fucking battle with the belts.
We got King Potato says they putting up a G League match against the NBA Finals. Dion saying, at least we know AEW is going to stack the card, unlike Redemption. Yeah. All Out will now be stacked because it's going head to head with WWE in the same city.
Yeah, we know stack means fucking Ospreay and Moxley. Beautiful.
Main event, baby. Main event Mox is back. We got King Greg who says, everyone, Kevin Knight, you're a nice guy. Darby, he's got to get his ass beat. I love that Darby is the voice of reason.
Yeah, that whole Kevin Knight thing is weird. I don't get it. I mean, his heel turn, I will say, hasn't exactly gone fantastically. But
no.
I mean, to be fair, he's not great. Can we just accept this as an idea? Can we just accept this as an idea? Can we at least consider it for half a fucking second? That's all. That's all I'm asking. Just to think about it.
I just wish they didn't put him in the Don Callis family. I wanted him to be a heel, but I just wanted him to be a disingenuous asshole who thinks he's the babyface.
Sure.
He was doing that character great before he turned
heel. No,
heel.
It wasn't. Something he made up on this fucking show.
Hey, do not try to get in the way of my mind logic. Chuck Berry said, what's good, THH fam? As far as the Jet versus Omega, I feel that it will be a great match. I just don't like how we got there. Well, at least so far. I mean, you just should have kept it. I don't like how we got there because there's only 1 week of television left.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the pay-per-view is next weekend. Like, we're already here. And there was so many better options. Like, I understand they pushed the title match up, but I would have done the title rematch at the pay-per-view. I think that's the best option to do. And you could just frame it around there. But months ago, when they first came up with the whole redemption idea, like they trademarked the name and people were talking about it's going to be a pay-per-view. I was up on this show talking about, redemption's going to be the theme for the pay-per-view. It's going to be all these matches. It's going to be Omega winning back the title against MJF. Already happened last week. It's going to be Ospreay beating Mox for the first time before he heads to Wembley Stadium. We're saving that. They're going to still be a team on our way to Wembley, apparently. We're gonna get Mercedes returning and beating Tekla for the AEW World Championship, redeeming herself from the last 2 title matches. Instead, it's Willow's story that Willow's gonna be redeeming it, and then the rest of the card is just thrown together matches. We'll get into how they got to Fletcher and Bandido and what's the issues there. We'll get to freaking Cope and Cage versus the Death Riders. Like, I was like, what?
What is going on exactly? I'm so very confused. We'll see. I'm not sure what MJF and Omega or Tony Khan has against Redemption. But hey, we've all paid the price for it. Good for them.
Oh, we got Dion who says, what's up, THH? I gotta say, this Redemption card looks meh. I was sure we'd get Cope and Cage versus the Bucks. Also, Knight versus Omega on pay-per-view. Not sure about that one, TK.
Ooh. I don't know why MJF wanted to do free TV instead of pay-per-view. I'd imagine he gets a piece of the fucking buy rate. That seems weird.
I would think so, yeah. And it's another pay-per-view. And him and Omega, I was doing my research. Him and Omega are in the top 4 all time for most pay-per-view main events. I'm not going to tell you who's number 1 because I don't want to upset you this early in the show. Okay. You already know.
I would imagine.
Number 2 is Hangman.
That's something. Who made his return, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, because that wasn't mentioned on this show. I think that's the biggest thing, the biggest fucking blunder from this show. Hangman returned on Collision. It popped a number 2, and they just did not mention it. They literally ran a recap of Collision, and the biggest thing on Collision they didn't mention.
They're going to pretend it didn't happen so they can do it again on Dynamite. I'm calling. This past weekend just was everything wrong with, not everything, it's just 2 things. But the thing most wrong with the 2 companies, it's style versus substance. Fucking WWE has style, but the substance of it Baron Corbin, for real. That's what we're doing. All right. And fucking Hangman.
I thought you were gonna mention how we got to Cody versus Punk.
That didn't bother me as much. Mostly because I don't think Cody has an exciting moment in his body. No disrespect. He's the finished product of pushing Kevin Knight for like 10 years. It's like,
that's insane.
I'm kind of stuck with this now, but kind of wish I was the better version.
He said,
No disrespect.
You pushed Kevin Knight for 10 years. He's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it's just like he's good. What do you want from me?
What else do you want me to say?
Sorry. No disrespect to either Kevin Knight or Cody Rhodes.
But yeah.
Oh, shame. Act like they fucking insulted their mother. I didn't like your stupid show. I didn't like Orange Cassidy versus fucking Pac. So my dick stinks.
We make complaints about this show every week, and sometimes we give it a high score, sometimes we give it a low score. But we're back. It gives us a discussion and something to talk about, and at least we're not told to just be fans and shut up.
How's a true heel heat comment section? Is it like this? Because this is like a bubble to me. I enjoy our comment section. I love these people. I read, what did I look up? I didn't look up. It popped on my YouTube feed. It was a Moxley Ospreay thing. I actually clicked in this fucking video. The comment section praising this shit like it's Austin and McMahon. I was losing my fucking mind. Oh, this is brilliant. This is what storytelling is all about, right? What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. I didn't know a whole bunch of people love this horse shit. This stinks. Are you serious? Good Lord.
I've expressed my issues with it. Because you know me, at the beginning, I was very positive about it. Because I had a clear vision of where this should go, what type of story they're telling. But the more and more that it seems like we are getting to your destination of Jon Moxley lifting Ospreay up on his shoulders as AEW World Champion, the more I'm just like, no, this is not right. This ain't right. We need Ospreay. And I explained. I had a whole big discussion on it on I think it was True Hill Heat over the weekend, where I was just like, we need Ospreay. No, I think it was on the Collision Post show on Fightful's main channel. I was like, the issue with this story, mostly out of everything, I know you're gonna say, oh, he looks like a bitch or whatever, but honestly, it's the fact that in the story, Ospreay is supposed to be the hero, but he has literally taken no agency over this story. The story is he got his neck broken by a crew. He was out for months. He came back looking for vengeance against the crew. He went against the crew leader. He lost. He went against one of his old faction mates, one of his old friends. He lost again because his neck is not good and he couldn't continue. He was about to get power driving again, and then the crew that broke his neck made the save for him, offered to train him and rebuild him with all this mumbo-jumbo moxologues, and he was convinced to join the crew. That's the only decision he has made in this whole entire story, to join the crew that broke his neck. But they haven't really explained, you need, after you make that decision, every step of the way, you pretty much have to tell your audience, especially if it's a wrestling storyline, what is his mindset? What are we getting at? Why is he doing this? Because we don't know the what, where, why. We know he wants to rebuild his neck. Well, his neck is rebuilt. We knew he wanted to win the Owen. Well, he won the Owen. Now he wants to win the AEW World Championship. I'm sure you can do this without them.
Certainly. The reason they don't explain it is because you explain it, it falls apart even more. You just can't acknowledge the continuity of all this without having it fall apart. You can't have Ospreay talk about why he wants to join the Death Riders because he sounds whiny and unsure of himself, which he's going to then accuse Kenny Omega of being. You can't have him talk about how he needs to learn from Death Riders because it's the Death Riders. It's fucking Willie Yuta. What are we doing here? You can say it's Jon Moxley, sure, but we've seen Jon Moxley can't win anything about the crew. This everything is wrong with this. And I don't know I do know whose idea this was. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. But I don't think it has worked out for fucking anybody. Conrad, first, I'm going to be nice. I'll be nice the whole show. I want at least one sicko here. And I appreciate Conrad's being at least, he's trying his best. I appreciate it. He called the mid-AEW show. Look at you. I apologize. We didn't run all the sickos off. We got one left. Stick around, please.
What?
No, I mean, he's being objective. It was a mid-show. I appreciate that. The sicko can be objective. I would like to keep him here at the very least.
Oh, we got another person who wants to see Knight and Darby at All In. We've kind of been talking about that for a while. We got Big Man Dogs who says, only way I'm skipping All Out is if they run Mox versus Ospreay, and I still might not. I still not watch the Worlds Collide then.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just very sad about this whole Ospreay thing. Too many cooks in the kitchen, I'll say. This all feels weird to me. Especially because once we get done with this episode, by the way, of Dynamite, Ospreay talks like this. That's what I think is not even happening. The way he speaks, it's like,
yeah,
both two alpha males. Are you? What is going on? What the fuck are you talking about?
I do like the fact that they didn't have Omega like directly respond to that promo, because I feel like they're saving that for after Redemption when we know that's the main event of All In, where Kenny could be like, I was the leader of the Bullet Club. You're just a young boy to Jon Moxley. You're John. They basically gonna talk to him like people talk to the Usos on WWE television.
I'm just signing up for that. Well, Seth Rollins did. He signed up for it. It's the cost.
Oh man, did you see that promo?
I certainly did. I saw it a few times.
What did you think about Roman Reigns roasting Seth Rollins and telling him the truth on live television?
I thought it was on the rougher side. Listen, I don't like Rollins. He's my least favorite WWE wrestler who gets actual TV time. But that's on the rougher side. It's only rough because it's true. Like,
exactly.
He's telling him the truth. You really do suck, bro. It's fucking hilarious. It's weird. Roman says he hates CM Punk, but he didn't go nearly that hard on CM Punk. He's supposed to love this guy. He fucking every time he gets the chance, he roasts it.
You just can't fill my shoes, number two. Hit him with the nursery rhyme. Hit him with the nursery rhyme. Good God.
Oh, that was fantastic. Number two.
Number two. How you doing, number two?
Triple H is basically running this place, by the way. It's a Freudian slip.
Yeah, basically. nearly running this. Basically running this place. Your work daddy. That's your work daddy. Gave you everything I had, and you still couldn't fill my shoes, number two.
Fantastic.
That was great. Great stuff by Roman. Great stuff. And what did you think about the report? It was from Ibu of Self-Made that Bron Breakker is reportedly frustrated with his current booking in WWE and has gone to creative to Axe to find a way to get out of the Vision. This is coming off the heels of this past Monday on Raw, where Breakker was the fourth most important person in the Vision because they did a whole angle with Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree and Alpha Academy where Logan Paul did the first promo work. Breakker never touched the mic. He was just the muscle to help them get away and get the one up on Alpha Academy.
That is fucking insanity.
And Heyman then dumped them backstage.
Paul Lee doesn't know how to get out of a sinking ship, doesn't he? Not mad at it. Good for you. Breakker, I never worked at a job more than 6 months to where I didn't start running my mouth at all the problems after the 6 months. Once I was pretty much secure where I was, my complaints never stopped. I don't understand why more people in Breakker's position don't do this. You're not going to get fired. They clearly like you if they don't love you. Feel free to let them know that this is a bunch of horseshit, and I don't want to do this anymore. I don't understand what the big consequence will be. What can they do? Put you in division? You're in division. You're already suffering the worst case consequences. Get the fuck out of there. Good for him. This idea was fine enough. I don't love Breakker playing number 2 to Seth Rollins, but I get it, I suppose. Every single thing after that has been horseshit. Every single thing post the spear on Rollins has been heinous. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's insane. The follow-up with Logan Paul and Austin Theory, and next thing it gets worse by the minute. This group could work, but it can't work with Breakker in it. This is a mid-card group. This is the New Judgment Day. That's fine. Just don't have me in it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's just really bad. I hate to see him in this state, but I've been saying it for months that this is not good. I said it as soon as he gave back the world title. He was told he's not in the battle royal to determine the new champion, and thus he wasn't going to be in the championship matchup with CM Punk. And then he was told backstage by Paul Heyman, "You still got a lot to learn." And he stood there. He was like, "I guess I do have a lot to learn." And I was like, "Oh, he's done. It's over." I was like, "It's over." It was 2 weeks, and it was over.
Breakker is such a fucking force of nature of his personality. He's like Steiner and Goldberg. That I don't think Triple H even has the capacity to fucking book him properly. He's kind of got to fly by his seat. They were at their best when they were fucking niggas up and taking their shoes. And that's the best version of the division. Him and Bronson. But Triple H is a big babyface guy, and I couldn't even kind of explain why.
Yeah, he is because he's always been the heel who puts the baby faces over. You know, he's always been known for that, right? He's never buried any baby faces.
I don't understand. You're an all-time heel. All of your heroes are all-time heels. I don't understand what this thing for babyface all of a sudden you got. This is so weird.
Look at the guys who he's booking to model his career around right now. It's Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Both guys who are actually much better heels than they are baby faces that are still babyface.
I can see him seeing himself in these guys. I just never got the chance to do what needed to be done. Right?
You know, I just had to live in the time with two of the greatest all time. You know, if Rock and Austin wasn't around, I would have been the number one guy in the Attitude Era. Don't you think, Steph?
Maybe it is that he doesn't like who his uncle is. Maybe.
Scott's not gonna be any better.
I was happy to see him. He was on Dark Side of the Ring for the Jeff Jarrett TNA 3-parter.
Dope.
Yeah, it was cool. Even though that was the first time I watched something and I found myself agreeing with Vince Russo way too much.
What do you say that you agree with? I'm curious about this. I love Vince Russo.
Mostly about Bischoff and Hogan shit during TNA. Yeah. Because Bischoff takes no type of accountability. They talked about the Victory Road 2011, and he was like, "Yeah, we thought he wasn't in any condition, but we were like, well, let's let him go to the ring and he'll walk it off." Didn't even like D'Lo was also there, and he said, there was a million good decisions, and we chose the million right decisions, and we chose the one wrong one. We were wrong. He said that. But Eric Bischoff was just like, that's on Jeff. Jeff has his problems. So I went out there and I told him, you should just go backstage right now. Just head to the back. And, I looked at his face and he's just not registering anything. So I told Sting, hit him with your finish and just put him away. But Jeff Hardy was like, no, I heard him say, get this piece of trash out of here.
That does sound more accurate. To be fair, I won't be mad at that. What's up?
Yeah, no, he's not wrong for saying that, but he's just a pathological liar, and we've known this about Bischoff for years. But it gets worse when you see him in documentary form.
Yes, yeah. I don't want to say I want to say, but because I strangely like a used car salesman, which is how he comes across. He comes across very disingenuous. I do strangely like him. I just do. I believe nothing he says. I just like him. I couldn't tell you why. I gotta be honest. I listened to his podcast a couple of times. I'm like, I don't believe any of this. Holy shit! First of all, you have the worst memory of anybody I've ever seen. Anything bad just happened. He don't remember what happened. He don't remember why he did it, but I'm sure we had a good reason. And yeah, he's jarringly full of shit.
Okay, this is a good comment here. Big Man says they could have taken out Rock and Austin, and Triple H would somehow still be number 3. Like, this is at the Attitude Era. Who would be 1 and 2 if it's not Triple H? Kurt Angle is better than him.
Triple H would have been, I don't know. What happens to Rock and Austin? They die in a car crash? What is going on?
They vanish. They just vanish. It's Thanos is like, I need to, balance the earth. And he's like, I'm going to take out the 2 greatest wrestlers. That's all. Undertaker is better than him all time.
It's probably, yeah, but he's not better than Triple H 2000. He's not close. Yeah, it's probably Undertaker and Kurt Angle. That's hilarious. How you number 3 and then pass 1 and 2 and still 3? That'll work.
How I stay at number 3? You like Seth Rollins before Seth Rollins.
That's hilarious.
Seth Rollins saw number 1. He'd been number 2. He saw number 1 get a freaking disease, and his wife became number 1, and he stayed at number 2.
He's just a bitch.
And when he's at home, he's like, "Yeah, honey, that's great for you." Yeah. Nah, I know. He's probably a well-balanced individual who's happy for his wife, but Jesus Christ, I know that just has to be a kick in the teeth on the low.
Yeah, he's for the last couple of weeks. That's hilarious. Rollins had a rough couple of weeks. Likewise.
He has, and that response to Robu, it was just like, dude, that's all you got?
Your fucking catchphrase? Are you serious? What is going on here?
Yo, I was like, he actually came with passion, like basically with the B Rabbit approach of anything else you're gonna say about me, I'm gonna get it out the way now. You make more money than me, you're better than blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, he's actually coming back with passion, not the direction I would have went, but it's a decent response. And then he closed with, because I'm a visionary, I'm a revolutionary, I am Seth freaking Rollins. I was like, Jesus Christ, why is it? He's not number 2. Like, he's not. He's just not. Yeah, it's been a while. He's not number 2. Like, the 2 and 3 are in the other main event on SummerSlam.
Yeah. If they don't headline SummerSlam night 2, by the way, Cody should just give up. It's really over.
What? Cody and Punk is not main event in night 2.
We know this already?
I mean, I haven't. It's not confirmed, but I think that Meltzer did report it on the Observer. But you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But I just think that Roman solidified his spot at WrestleMania. Anytime it's Roman and Cody on the same event, Roman's main event.
You put Austin and fucking Chris Benoit over The Rock and Triple H, The Rock should give up. That husband lost.
Well, no. See, you always go to like the worst comparison. Austin and Undertaker.
No.
Austin and Undertaker. Austin and Angle.
Sorry, good buddy. Oh, man. Just let that shit go. Just move on life. Do some movies.
Well, this is not Rock Triple H in 2000. This is more like Rock in 2024 and Triple H in 2008.
That's actually pretty good. Because he still looked the same. He got back in shape. He still only had one leg though. So
he only got like a half a leg because he got the second quad tear in 2007.
Poor bastard. Man worked so very hard to become a main eventer. And then lost his leg. I mean, it's like he lost it in the war. I mean, he got injured. He got injured.
He lost a leg. Amputated. Jesus Christ.
I just felt like he's somebody who needed every single thing to be working perfectly to be a main eventer. Yeah. And once it didn't, it was rough.
It was rough out here. We got Big Man Dogs who says Vince wouldn't have screwed if he had to rely on Triple H. Wow, that's the best comment of the show. I'm just gonna leave it there. He's like, Brett, I need you. We need to work this out. Will you take less money, please?
It's for this thing.
All right. So we're gonna go into the show last night. AEW Dynamite. Dynamite took place last night from Boston, Massachusetts, from the MGM Music Hall, the arena that they had the Spring Breakthrough show in 2025 at. What did you think about the crowd last night?
Very fucking lively crowd. Very loud crowd. Good for them.
Yeah, the show was really good. I mean, as far as the crowd was real good throughout the night. They were responding to the action as well as to the promo work. So good stuff. The show comes on air, and we come on air with a highlight package of last week's Beach Break, showing you how important that show was. And then we go to earlier, but apparently not Collision. But we'll see highlights from Collision. Just won't see the most important thing. Earlier in the day, though, we catch up with the number one contender for the AEW World Championship, Owen Hart Cup winner, Will Ospreay. He is training hard for Wembley Stadium backstage, throwing forearms on a heavy bag as Daniel Garcia, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta are yelling at him to continue. Jon Moxley walks in. He wants them to have a break, and he says, quit playing grab ass, and it's game time, telling Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta to get ready for their AEW World Tag Team Championship match. He says he doesn't care what Hall of Fame Cope and Cage belong to. You go out there and get it done. Garcia, Yuta, and Claudio bail, while Moxley tells Ospreay, the important work is done, but the last steps are the critical ones. People make simple things so complicated. They see the target and finish line, but hesitate. Ospreay earned this, and there will be a time where he has to make a difficult decision. That time will come, but his dream is not one of those. This is simple. You take the shot, don't hesitate, pull the trigger, no matter who the target is. Moxley leaves, and Ospreay continues to violently smash the heavy bag. That final line that Ospreay gave him, of course, is teasing the fact that he's going against someone that he looked up to, a friend of his in Kenny Omega at All In. But it's also kind of a tease of Moxley eventually turning on Ospreay as well. So I will say that was well done. What did you think?
Sure. In a vacuum, this is all fine, I guess. In a vacuum, this is... Will Ospreay was 10 years younger, perhaps. I might be able to buy into all this. If Moxley was a killer for like the last 2 or 3 years, I might be able to buy into all this. Instead, Will Ospreay's a grown-ass man who's fought Kenny Omega before, right? I didn't imagine that, right? It happened at least twice, I remember.
Yeah, he's beaten Kenny Omega before.
I just want to make sure I'm not misremembering these things. But instead, you got this, where Moxley is talking to a 52-year-old man like he's a child. Like he needs to understand how these things actually fucking work. Hey, big yawn, big boo, whatever. I'm so ready for this to be over. I really hope you're wrong about this turning on fucking Ospreay, because that's the extent of this longer than I don't need this in my life.
think they will probably. It's either Ospreay turns on them or Ospreay sees it coming and he turns on them first. And I think that's probably going to happen right after All In. It kind of has to, but I feel like they think that this is working because there are people that are positive about this. This is not like an overall everyone hates this storyline. I've said this for weeks, and I will continue to push this. This is a polarizing storyline. Just because me and Jimmy and a lot of the people in the chat don't like the storyline doesn't mean that there isn't a section of the fan base, a loud vocal one, that actually likes this. So, like you said, you saw it in the comments. You saw that.
Them niggas love this shit. This is like, what can we compare this to? Is it like a modern day, like, movement around a cult figure that half of the world sees as the epitome of evil and half the world sees as brilliant? There's got to be some sort of metaphor for the real world. But you know what? It'll come to me later. We'll see what happens. But no, there is a right answer and a wrong answer. The right answer is this is bad. I don't care.
Wait! Oh, you don't share my opinion. You're wrong.
You can wear all the red hats you want. This is bad. I'm looking right at it. This is bad and how a country is supposed to run. Period.
What do people like about this storyline? They like Will Ospreay. They like Will Ospreay. They like Jon Moxley. They respect Jon Moxley. They view Jon Moxley as a star and a god. Some people view him as a god, honestly. And they like his performance. They like his performances, and they like Will Ospreay's performances. That's what they like about this. Just because I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more open-minded about it as far as how the fans feel about it. But I understand how I feel about it, that I think that there are stuff logistically and technically wrong about the storytelling of the story that they're trying to accomplish. That's my issues with it. I know you have deeper issues than that because you hate everything Jon Moxley does. But mine is just logistically and what is the functionality of how you do a story. I don't think they are doing it well. I don't think they are giving the hero of the story enough agency and enough decisions that make him someone that the fans want to root for. And that's my issue most of all.
That's actually really well said. And you know what? You make a good point about separating hatred for Jon Moxley, which completely deserved. He's a bore. And the technical issues with the story. Yes, I feel like there's a genuine lack of continuity between what I'm seeing on screen and what I'm hearing the wrestlers say and do. It is bothersome. It's like what Jerry used to say, Triple H is the best in the world. He's referring to real life ability when in kayfabe, he needs to cheat to win every fucking match he has. How is he the best in the world? Very confused.
It's funny. It's just funny. I mean, yeah, there are layers. There are layers to the story with the Callum Newman and the United Empire of this, but none of these layers make Will Ospreay the issue that I said at the end there. Will Ospreay, the likable, rootable, the person we want to rally behind to be the world champion, to be the hero of this story. His decision-making and his lies of telling Callum Newman and United Empire, I'm always a United Empire guy. They're just helping me rebuild my neck. I'm not the same guy. All the doubts that he had, he said he was basically using the Death Riders to get to his end goal, but instead he joined the Death Riders. That's the issue.
Yeah, you kind of make those kind of nails. Yeah, the issue is Ospreay's full of shit. That's the fucking layer. This Ospreay is a lying, hypocritical asshole. Yes, if that's a layer, then yeah, it's working brilliantly. Okay, if he turns heel, that's fucking the Dynamite after All In, I will give you half an apology. That's brilliant work there. I didn't see what they were saying.
Yo, that would be awesome if he just turned heel. we got the Wembley pop. We got the Wembley pop. Now turn him heel. And then he gives Moxley the title. They put it in the fucking bag. You rooted for the same villains that held this company hostage to win back the title. We got our opening matchup on this episode of Dynamite is for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Cope and Cage are here to defend against the challengers, the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. Why is Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia getting a shot at the AEW World Tag Team Championships? As explained to us by commentary, Cope and Cage wanted a title match earlier in the day. They wanted to defend against any tag team, and it was the Death Riders that stepped up. So basically, they haven't won any matches. They haven't earned this opportunity. They just were the first to take the free ticket to the movies. Renee Paquette is we get the crowd chant singing along with Cope's theme, and Taz immediately, as soon as it ends, says that song sucks, and the whole commentary crew pops for him. We get Renee Paquette at ringside saying that she tried to get a word with Cage today, and you can imagine how well that went. And Copeland told her that the Death Riders are real pieces of you get my drift. And the CNC have never been more on the same page and look forward to picking off the Death Riders. The crowd was loudly on Wheeler Yuta's case right from the beginning of this matchup. Yet early on, he teases Garcia doing his style of dancing before flipping him off. He lures Garcia in, and Cope and Cage hit double team hip toss, but Yuta trapped Copeland in the ring skirt and puts the boots to him to give the heels the advantage as Cage was arguing with the referee. They isolated Cope for a while until eventually he dove and he makes the hot tag to Christian. Christian comes in, he hits the corner punches, and he slips out of Yuta, who tried to reverse things. He tries for the kill switch, but then settles for the reverse DDT. You get Garcia, who charges him, and on the outside, he hits him with the back body drop. Inside, he hits the back neck breaker over the top rope, and then hits a diving headbutt, gets a near fall. He signals for the kill switch. Copeland is able to leapfrog his partner, and both Yuta and Garcia get knocked down. You get Copeland and Garcia, who tumbled to the ramp as Cage suckered referee Bryce into thinking that the turnbuckle pad was coming off. He attempted a low blow, but Yuta was ready for it, hits a German suplex, gets a 2 count. Cage bit the noggin of Yuta. Then eventually he goes to the corner. He crotches Garcia, Garcia crotches him, leading to the locomotion from the Death Riders. They repeat the turnbuckle spot with Yuta this time. That just led to Christian eventually getting the low blow on Garcia. He then gets the pop-up spear on Yuta and gets the 1, 2, 3 for Cope and Cage to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. This was a decent opener, fine, inoffensive, just doesn't explain why Yuta and Garcia, who have never won a tag team matchup 2-on-2 on AEW television, are getting a shot at the titles, especially considering that we see the Young Bucks are in the crowd applauding this matchup and this win for Cope and Cage. And this is, yes, the same Young Bucks who won a 3-way matchup at the last pay-per-view. The Young Bucks who won a tag team matchup against 2 former AEW International Champions at Dynasty and also won at Stadium Stampede, have been on a winning streak in tag team competition. I think they're like 10-1 in AEW in-ring competition since they last lost against FTR at Revolution. But yet they can't get a title shot, because apparently we got to get the Death Riders back in here, because the Death Riders and the Dogs show up. They hit the ring and they attack the champions. It's a 5-on-2 attack. They doing these wide shot where you can't really see if the Bucks are still there in the crowd or if they're watching or if they're coming down to help. And then eventually, after a while of the Dogs and the Death Riders attacking Cope and Cage, we get the music of the Bang Bang Gang hit. They come out, it's Juice Robinson, Ace Austin, and the Guns. They attack the Dogs and the Death Riders until it's only David Finlay in the ring with Christian. He pulls out the shillelagh, but then eventually the leader of the Bang Bang Gang, Switchblade Jay White, he comes out and he takes the shillelagh away from Finlay. Finlay hightails it away from White. Meanwhile, Christian turns around and sees White with the shillelagh and accuses him of trying to hit him. but Cope gets in the middle and tells him that he helped him out. So Christian, he looks at him, he gives him a little bit of a nod. The fans chant hug it out, but Christian leaves while Cope shakes hands with all of the Bang Bang Gang, while White kind of, I guess, taunts him or playfully tries to play air drums and air guitar with the shillelagh as he makes his way out. Then we get a digital exclusive where the Cope and Cage talk about the Death Riders attacking them and call out Claudio Castagnoli and Pac and make the challenge to face them for the AEW World Tag Team Championship in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at AEW Redemption. A week from this Sunday, July 26th. I was dumbfounded by this. I first heard this from Dave on the Observer Radio, and I'm like, where is he getting this from? I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I looked online, and I saw the digital exclusive, and I saw the announcement. I was like, what?
I've always said AEW has 120,000 people that are going to buy their pay-per-views no matter what. Tony Khan is apparently going to put this to the fucking test.
He's like, we've gotten a few too many 100,000 pay-per-view buys. How about we get one under? Let's set the floor for the
right. I mean, to be fair, sometimes you need to figure out where the floor is exactly.
Yeah.
Oy.
If this one does a good number, he's gonna be like, well, I can do anything.
That's what I'm saying. You can't touch me.
He's gonna be like, then he gives the number. He's gonna be like, they can't touch
me. Yeah, this match was a bore. I'm sorry. Fucking Edge, Christian, Wheeler, and Daniel Garcia. No offense. Hoy, I could have told you that was gonna be great. Post match, kind of a mess. The Bucks thing. You would think the Bucks would help. They're right there. I'm sure security will let you come down to the ring, but I suppose not. Only thing great about this was Jay White. Everything Jay White does, I thoroughly enjoy. Him fucking playing shillelagh, him staring at Christian, him holding his gang back from beating the shit out of Christian and Edge. Everything Jay White does is just perfectly in character. I hope he's still himself in the ring because he's one of the few great wrestlers you have left. I'm not sure how many great wrestlers there are in wrestling. I guess it'd be 15 or so. Jay White is one of them.
Who's the 15? Let's see. Let's hear this list.
15. Definitely no more than 20. I'm gonna use everybody who's available. I mean, everybody who's around, whether they're available or not.
Okay.
So Bianca's on the list.
Okay.
Bianca, Punk, Rhea, Sammy, Gunther. That's probably it for SmackDown if I had to guess. Raw's probably worse. Roman, Oba, Io. Jesus, that's it for Raw. MJ.
Eddie on NXT?
I would probably pick Kendall Gray, but it feels too early.
Okay, fair.
So that's 8. MJF, Kenny Omega, Jay White, Mercedes. I'm putting Tekla in there. Fuck off. Kyle Fletcher. That's 14.
Yeah, that's 14.
Hangman Page. That's 15. No, we're not putting
this dude did his best to not say Will Ospreay.
We're not putting Will Ospreay on this. I'm sorry. Can't do it.
That is so outrageous.
Sorry. Listen.
This dude tried his best. He tried to think, I know Will Ospreay was staring him in the eye. And he just kept saying, excuse me.
I don't bend the peer pressure. I'm not putting Cody Rhodes on this fucking list. I'm not putting Seth Rollins on this fucking list. I'm not putting Will Ospreay on this fucking list. Fuck what y'all talking about. Sorry, Charlie.
Willow Nightingale?
I have a little ring work since she came back. I mean, if you listen, Becky, listen, hey, Darby.
Yeah, Darby.
Put Darby on there.
Okay, that's 16.
Yeah, put Darby on there.
Andrade?
No. Can't talk. And his ring work's not good enough to fuck up the fact that he can't talk.
FTR?
No tag. We have no tag teams.
It's like, what are we doing?
I wasn't gonna put Roman on the list, but fucking after Raw, I got to.
He's like, he's unnecessary. No LA Knight. Yeah, that's surprising.
Promo work's not good enough to fuck up first booking. Fix the booking. Can't do anything about that. I put Rhea on the list. Rhea's on the list. Rhea's on the list. Yeah.
Project finishes. Christian. Yeah, Christian alone.
Christian's an old man. I love Christian. Punk and Omega wrestle like they're old. Christian's just actually old.
Yo, that Hangman pull was basically like Will's like right here. Will's about to check in. Will's like, I'm right here, coach. And he's like, Hangman, I know you busy, but come on.
Who's that guy who got sat on the bench the entirety of the Olympics? It wasn't Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Oh shit.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that's something about Halliburton. Let me ask you a question. This is a legitimate question. When did Ospreay get hurt? His neck injury.
That was, well, he went out at Forbidden Door last year, which was in August.
So a year ago. So anything that's better for Will Ospreay right now than it was a year ago? He's not in better shape. His promos aren't better. His ring work's not better. Can we just keep it a buck? No disrespect. I think he's taking a step back everywhere. Not knocking the look.
I don't think he's taking a step back.
There's nothing he can do about that. If you hurt your neck, you're just going to make weightlifting and things like this difficult. Not knocking it. Promo's been ass. Got outbeaten by fucking Swerve. Heinous.
I thought he was good last night.
I thought it was heinous last night. Oh, don't get me. We'll get there. That was fucking terrible. This thing's garbage.
We get a video package with Hikaru Shida defeating Harley Cameron on Collision last Saturday, and then her attack post-match. We're told that Cameron will be out on the shelf indefinitely. We also saw Queen Aminata making the save for Harley Cameron, and it's announced that Aminata will get a shot at the TBS Championship this coming Saturday, Boston, Massachusetts, AEW Collision. So we'll see if Aminata can wrestle the gold from the best is Shida.
I'm not sure win this. She should win it relatively clean. You should just beat the shit out of her for 5 minutes and win this fucking match. It's not happening. But that's what should happen.
All right. We got to show you highlights of the next contestant on Love Island. Andrade El Idolo. Andrade is hanging out on a yacht with a lovely lady by his side. He says in a voiceover that being the AEW World Champion is his destiny. How you know? Soon you will. As he walks off, and then immediately we go backstage to Renee Paquette with the aforementioned Andrade, who says that he'll fight every member of the Don Callis family and take every title from them. He will. His destiny, though, is to become the AEW World Champion. Paquette reminds him how many members of the family there are, and the fact that he's facing Jake Doyle tonight and he doesn't exactly have any backup with him, which Andrade responds by saying that he has a little gift that he has to help him out. He pulls out a box and it contains MJF's Dynamite Diamond Ring. He says that he has a good friend who gave it to him, and Paquette asks if that friend is Will Ospreay, and Andrade replies, how you know? Which they're coming up with better ways to use it for me. But what did you think about this promo from Andrade and him getting the Dynamite Diamond Ring?
Sure. I like props, so sure. It's a prop. It's somehow in Andrade's possession, given to him by Will Ospreay, whom we imagine. Nothing says I'm a badass by having somebody else do your work for you and then reaping the benefits of that. And now we're going to get MJF and Andrade, I assume. Redemption would be the perfect place for this, but I imagine that's not going to happen. So, All In, that's hilarious.
How is that hilarious? They're establishing Andrade as a main event level star.
Nigga, I'm Steve Austin. I don't establish people. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, you go be established and then come back in 2 years, then we face. I don't fight people who are being established. Wait for me. Yeah. Getting established. Fuck. I left that behind 2 years ago. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, we got Big Red Noise. He says, I like that it's broken English means how you know can mean different things. Yes. Remade around it. I like it. It works as a catchphrase. Something else to go along with all the characteristics that we've seen over the last couple of months. Andrade, we got a difference of opinion. Power Drive Finisher saying Andrade losing aura to me. Is he a ladies' man? Sure. As a wrestler, he's going lower down the list. But why? I think he's still putting on good to great matches every single week.
He put on a good match this week.
Huh?
No, he didn't put on a good match this week. No disrespect.
Yes, he did. He did to me.
He's sacrificing his in-ring work for sports entertainment horse shit. It's getting you over, so continue to do so.
Exactly. We got Curated Then Harl says MJF loves an establishment detour.
That's true. He is not afraid to do a bunch of horse shit for 2 months. Him and Garcia. Who else? He loves a fucking bit of horse shit for 2 months.
He does. He likes to go on these little detours, these MJF Avengers, which is basically him trying to prove like how much of a star, how much attention or how much investment he can get from the audience without having the AEW World Championship, which I think is a big sign of how big of a star you really are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Then next up, speaking of which, we get Andrade El Idolo going one-on-one with Jake Doyle. We got new additions to Andrade's entrance. He now comes out with two lovely ladies who take his entrance gear and his mask before he shows off his new Dynamite diamond ring. As he gets into the ring and he takes off the rest of his entrance garment, he gets pounced basically by Jake Doyle right out of the ring. Jake Doyle beats the hell out of Andrade for the early going of this matchup until eventually Andrade is able to fight back. Jake Doyle ran into a boot. You get a Hurricane Rana off the second and then a Hurricane Rana on the outside. Andrade then took off his How You Know shirt and he reveals a fuck Don Callis, fuck MJF shirt, and he takes a photo with a female fan at ringside. He shows off the shirt, which is now censored, not like the one at Forbidden Door. It's now good for TV. Taking way too long to follow up, Doyle crotches Andrade back inside. He then grabbed him by the throat. They tumble over the top rope where Jake Doyle hits him with a chokeslam right on the edge of the ring frame. That had to suck. We get Andrade, though. He fights back eventually. He hits a kip up. He takes off his shirt with the crowd popping big. The crowd start chanting for him to take off his pants. We get Andrade, who played to the crowd too long and went for the double knees, but Doyle pops up and hits him with a massive body tackle. We get Doyle, who overcommitted on a corner charge, rolled outside where Andrade hits him with a moonsault off the corner buckle. They then fight inside. Doyle hits him with a crazy-looking sit-out powerbomb. He gets a near fall. Andrade gets the three amigos. He gets a near fall. He goes for the corner knees, but Doyle kicks out. We get Andrade, who does the Eddie Guerrero shimmy, but Doyle catches him with a massive forearm. He picks him up. He goes for the boss man slam, but Andrade reverses that into a crucifix. They get up, and Andrade hits him with the spinning back elbow and then finishes him off with the DM. 1, 2, 3. Andrade gets the win and earns the opportunity to challenge Mark Davis for the AEW National Championship. It is made official following the matchup that match will go down at AEW Redemption. We get Mark Davis, who comes down to check on Doyle. He also looks like he's about to approach the ring when Andrade pulls out the Dynamite Diamond ring and Davis backs up. Well, we got another match made official for Redemption. Andrade challenges Mark Davis for the AEW National Championship. Boy, oh boy, this card. I thought it was a very good matchup. You said you thought a difference of opinion. What did you think?
Oh, it's fine. It is what it is. It's Andrade going at half speed, learn from the best, learn from Okada-san. And that's what we're going to get. Jake Doyle is not somebody who can overcome that. It wasn't a bad match. It's better than the opener, at the very least. It was just kind of there. What was I going to say? National title's hilarious. I don't know who they're fooling with this belt. But if it keeps Andrade happy, cool. Keep him happy for a couple more months before he eventually loses his fucking mind. Probably, we'll put a time frame on it. 3 months after the MJF feud ends, Andrade will be complaining about something.
Okay, we heard it here first. King Patates calling it AEW Collision Montreal.
Hey, you guys said you just care about bangers. These matches are going to be good. All these matches are going to be good. Omega and Knight.
They are.
Looking Andrade and Mark Davis, Bandido and what's his face, Fletcher's. It'll be good matches. Enjoy.
I agree. I think they're going to be good matches, but yeah, it's just not the most. Got to get out of our way to watch AEW pay-per-views. Got to set the bottom because you're about to deliver something big. I do appreciate the fact that yes, this does feel like a lame duck pay-per-view, but they are putting more focus on All In than Redemption throughout the show.
That's something, I suppose.
This is basically No Way Out of Texas, 1998.
What was the pay-per-view before SummerSlam 98?
Fully Loaded.
That's another one.
Where they ran the tag match of Austin and Taker versus Kane and Mankind, and then they did the Rock Triple H 2 out of 3 falls that went to a no contest.
Crazy. Just right up the ass. Fuck what you talking about.
It's like we're building to SummerSlam, brother. We're building to SummerSlam.
Oh, God.
Some of the finishes on WWE PLEs was crazy. Even like 2009, like Batista versus Randy Orton a few times. I think they had like DQ finishes where Orton just slaps the referee out of nowhere.
This is hilarious. I was going to say his lack of concern, but his outright hatred of his own fan base is hilarious.
Yeah. We got Shabazz who says, I wanted winner take all for Omega.
Welcome, brother. Another fucking, I assume not Swerve supporter. Welcome.
He says I wanted winner take all for Omega to take Knight's title, but instead they just do a world title match. Kevin Knight doesn't interest me at all. And also Moxley should go back to WWE. His character is annoying.
I love that.
WWE can have him.
That's what they need. More annoying old men.
They need more Shield lore.
Good Lord.
So they don't have to work so long to edit him out of the videos and shit.
Bring in Jon Moxley. That's 6 months feud between him and Roman. Oh, good Lord.
Indeed. We got AEW In Your House Montreal. AEW Takeover Montreal.
That's probably the closest. Just a bunch of matches.
Shabazz says, Knight's just a filler opponent. Omega has already done everything. Triple Crown, Grand Slam, and now 2-time AEW World Champion. Kevin Knight has no business being in this spot again.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Welcome, brother. We're happy to have you.
Goddamn. Hey.
Somebody gets it.
Appreciate anybody who's got some strong thoughts. That's a strong one. Then we get backstage. The Conglomeration. Renee Paquette interviews our AEW World Trios champion. She interviews them saying that there's plenty of teams wanting the Trios titles, and Roderick Strong asks, where are they? And I also want to know, where are they? Orange Cassidy said now would be a perfect time for someone to walk in and challenge them, and right on cue, it's the demand. saying that it's time to take those titles from those backpacks. Before anything else can happen, though, they say that they're not going to attack the Conglomeration, and instead, Lethal Twist attacks them from behind. Ricochet says that he promised to not lay a hand on the champs, and they're ready, but the Lethal Twists aren't in the demand yet. But at least not yet, basically. He said.
Oh. Tony Khan's love of all things NXT, all things indie, all things WWE threw away needs to be studied. It's concerning, and I'm not pleased about it. And it bothers me more and more by the week. Ricochet's going to get more people in his group. The Lethal Twist. Are you fucking serious? They're called the Lethal Twist.
They have their own group.
Orange Cassidy is flanked by 2 ROH mainstays. Are you fucking serious? What is going on in this place? Why can't we ever just like who we have? Can we just let these old people go?
Okay, Davion saying AEW Redemption getting built like WWE Over the Limit. We just throw shit on the card.
Over the Limit is crazy.
We got another one who says, Kate Pate says, this might be the first AEW pay-per-view that I miss woefully.
Damn. That's really down this card. I mean, it is a bullshit card, but
he didn't expect this unanimous feeling.
Yeah. We're ready to fight y'all a little bit on this. Apparently not.
Big Man Doug says, can we please bring Team TNA instead or whatever that is?
Jesus. Yeah, this is heinous.
It's really bad out here in these streets right now. We got a super chat donation I meant to read. Thank you so much to our main man, Dion. Thank you, good sir. A big super chat donation, and we always appreciate the support. He says, this is just my opinion, but I don't think AEW is really hot overall. They have the illusion of being hot because of the great pay-per-views. Dynamite is hit or miss, and WWE is just so cold right now that AEW seems hot in comparison.
Niggas on fire. That's a fair take. I don't know if I agree. If you look back on the last, I don't know. When did Darby's reign happen?
That was started in April.
Damn, time's flying by. Looking back at the last 4 months or so, I would say it's definitely been significantly better on more times than it's been worse. Yeah. And then you add the pay-per-views on top of that. I would say, I don't know if hot is the right word. They're good. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they we said this long ago. Like we said this like 2 years ago on this show that AEW is never going to beat WWE in the metrics department. They're never going to get more ticket sales from them week to week for their TV shows. Their stadium shows is never going to get like a tremendous amount more than WWE stadium shows. And I had to add tremendous amount more because of what's going on with SummerSlam. But they are never going to beat them in the ratings and the TV ratings, never beat them in profits and everything else. But the thing that they can beat them on is the quality of the product that they put out there, as well as fan perception. And right now, that is why people are saying that AEW is hot, because fan perception wise, for the most part, the AEW community, the AEW fan base is very positive and very happy with their on-air product. You get shows like last week. I think that people kind of spotlight too much when the AEW does like a midweek or off week in comparison to when they have the good weeks. And I know that works in vice versa, because sometimes it's way too much praise and not enough to the stuff that is going wrong. But we try to have a balanced conversation here, and I think that you are right to feel that way. Like you said, it's just your opinion. You don't think AEW is hot right now. They're just better than WWE from the quality and the fan perception part, and that puts out the perception of being hot.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like watching a fight, and one fighter's getting his ass kicked. Like, man, look at that fighter. He's so great. Is he though? This guy's getting his ass kicked.
Is he really that good, or is this guy really bad? But yes, I like that comment. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. We got Big Man Dogs. He says he thinks that Dynamite has been rough after Double or Nothing. I didn't like the build to Forbidden Door, but more often than not, I thought the shows were at least good. He says some good stuff still, but clearly worse. Okay, that's fair, I guess. I think that the peak of AEW, like television wise, was probably the start of the year through like Double or Nothing. I thought they had like a short bleak a couple of weeks after Revolution, but I thought they picked up as that pay-per-view was about to begin, and then I thought the pay-per-view cycle heading into Double or Nothing, I think it was carried hard by Darby and Darby's title reign and the story with MJF, but I thought that they overall had more good weeks than bad weeks.
Agreed.
Prior Joy Finisher says they're better than the alternative is the thing for me. We got Mr. Towns who says AEW is good, WWE is all right, TNA is just trash.
I can't comment on TNA. I hate to be Danny Dower, but I think WWE being all right is too strong.
What would be your description of WWE currently?
Poor. Like when you look at your fucking credit score and say, "Man, you fucked up," it just says your credit score is poor. WWE is poor. It's issues. Every time I feel like they solve one, another one pops up. I think the writing is more than poor. I think it's bad. The only reason WWE is absolute trash is because they have a talented roster.
Yeah,
3 or 4 out of 10, something like that. It's like jarring to me how
it is.
The good things are not great. Punk and Cody for the first time in God knows how long should be fucking great. So,
absolutely, and they just took the most least interesting route to do it. Hey, remember that promo that we did? And I said, just say when, and Punk says, when? SummerSlam. I was like, these motherfuckers have decades of fucking history and parallels to one another. Like, this is the one thing that I will give Seth credit for. It was more a blip and more of an exception than the rule with Seth, but the setup for the Roman Reigns matchup at SummerSlam was some of Seth's best promo work, because he went out there and he had a clear focus, and you could be a fan of WWE that hasn't watched the product in years, and he gave you the whole breakdown of the Seth Rollins Roman Reigns story, why this match is big, why this match needs to happen right now. And CM Punk and Cody Rhodes just completely whiffed on that, in that regard of telling me why this match is important. They just tried to get by on their star power and who they are more than actually having a promo to set up the matchup and make it sound interesting.
It's shocking, man. It's jarring to me. I can't. You guys keep saying there's been no health issues with Triple H. I don't believe you. I can't believe this is the same person from 2 years ago. It doesn't make any sense to me. All he cared about was fucking details, and now those are irrelevant to him. It's so weird. You know what? I can tell you the truth.
I do like Solo being babyface myself.
I do. I actually think that's one of the more interesting parts of the. That's the only interesting part.
Only interesting part in the Bloodline story.
Solo, nigga, baby. Solo's fucking right about everything he says. Doesn't feel like he's losing his fucking mind. Like, you niggas are wilding. It's Roman. He's a psychopath. What's wrong with y'all?
It's like, why y'all aligning with Roman? We can't trust Roman.
He's got a great personality. Yeah, I gotta be honest. After that match, you have a Gunther. I know it's Gunther. Get a good match out of a fucking broom. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing a Solo run.
And I know your catchphrase over the last few months is WWE can't possibly, like, that Obafemi is unfuckable, unruinable.
Unfuckable, yes.
But repeatedly, week after week, telling me that he's an idiot that doesn't know why he gave up the title shot is not the best way to promote Obafemi. No, I still think he's in a great place. He's over with the crowd. The people love him. It's awesome. He's gonna beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But you always can tell when WWE realize they have a problem or they did something wrong is when they spend weeks trying to explain something that they did.
That's true. I thought his explanation this week was probably the closest I came to going, okay, I guess. We'll just avoid the title forever. That's not how it works.
But it's sounding more and more like Dion was right the other week when he said that he just gave up the title shot, that it's not postponed, it's given up.
Yeah, the way he said it this week did give me that vibe, like, so you are just not going to take it? That's,
I was like, this is worse. I'm like, what? Oh, I could just find another way. What? Now you got to win the Royal Rumble to get a title? He won the King. They had him win the King of the Ring just to win the King of the Ring. That's
they had to. I was about to say there's something's up. They took a detour somewhere. There's no way this has been planned all along. I don't believe you.
No. It had to be Seth, but we already know that it was another report from Evil of Self-Made that plans had been changed, because remember when Gunther beat Seth at WrestleMania Night 1, the report was from Dave Meltzer, Wrestling Observer, that Gunther was being built up to face Roman Reigns. And apparently Evil of Self-Made came out with a report this week that plans got scrapped, that Gunther was supposed to face Roman in the late spring, early summer, and then face Brock at SummerSlam, and then somewhere along the way, plans got changed. I think that it's all a domino effect of either Punk taking a longer break, 1, 2, Randy Orton taking a whole break after WrestleMania, and the plan was to do Cody and Jelly Roll versus Pat McAfee and Randy Orton. So it also has to do with that Pat McAfee storyline being horrible and him winning out of that shit completely. I think it's all a domino effect of those things that caused the change to. And Gunther, you want to talk about people that are ruined? Fucking Gunther's booking is one of the biggest fumbles of the year from any company.
Yeah, agreed. But I'm shocked that you went with those two as the explanation for this. My explanation was that both Roman, particularly Roman, and Brock don't fuck with Gunther like that. Not doing that.
I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. He was Intercontinental Champion for a long time. Yeah, I know him. But no.
He was so hot. He beat fucking John Cena. He beat John Cena. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but he beat John Cena. He retired John Cena and AJ Styles in a month.
Woo! Yeah, you should have checked with Roman before you had to do all that.
This is hilarious. Yeah, Dion, you're right. He's like Gunther, Braun, and Jacob all ruined within months of each other at the same time. We saw it in live action. They created 3 new stars and then seemingly just said, nah, we're good. We got Roman. We got Seth. We got Buck. We got Cody.
Shocking. Oh,
well. Opens the new hotness. Opens the new hotness until some new hotness comes up.
Ain't no new hotness after Open. It's just Open. Sorry. Ain't no updated version. Braun is the worst, I think, out of these 3. I think Gunther and Jacob are recoverable. I think Braun takes some actual work to fix.
Yeah. You have to actually you have to kind of rebuild them now.
Yeah. What would you do? Turn babyface?
Yeah, he has to turn babyface against the Vision.
Awesome. Should fucking spear all 3 of these bums and then move on with something else.
Yeah, he wipes out the 3 bums there, and then eventually Bronson Reed comes back and he feuds with him.
That could be fun. Braun used to be so much fun. And him fucking get Ricochet, spearing people around the fucking thing. Just a blast to watch.
Now he's just a silent henchman. Jesus Christ.
For who? For Rollins or Roman or somebody? For Austin fucking Theory.
Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree. But we get Tony Schiavone go into the ring and he introduces our new AEW World Champion Kenny by God Omega. We got the highlights for the MJF matchup from last week. We had the red carpet in the ring. Kenny Omega has a big Omega sign covered in photos of his career in the ring. And they introduce him. He walks out to a huge ovation and pyro display. But before he can say anything, out come his elite brethren, the Young Bucks. They walk out with a bag in hand. Matt says that they'll make this quick as they've been best friends for nearly 20 years. And last week, he won the big one all by himself, and they're proud of him. He showed that he is still the best wrestler on the planet. They have to admit, though, wearing the triple P peeves them off. So they brought him something. Nick takes out the classic AEW World Title, and they make the switch official. Omega raises the title so all of Boston can see it. He says that it's been a long time. He can't even quote the real number of days since he's held that World Championship. The difference maker wasn't believing in himself. It was his friends and family. His extended AEW family, the fans. He would have given up on himself a long time ago, as this wasn't supposed to happen, yet here we are. Here we are, less than 50 days until Wembley Stadium. But as much as he'd like to say that he's ready, he's got work to do. Omega promises in 50 days, you'll see the best version of Kenny Omega in AEW. Which brings out his potential opponent for Wembley Stadium, Owen Hart Cup winner Will Ospreay. Ospreay makes his way down to the ring to a huge ovation from the fans. Ospreay says that he's glad the Bucks have landed on their feet after he cost them their EVP jobs last year. He asks if he can have a one-on-one conversation with Omega, and they oblige. Ospreay says that it was important Omega believed in himself, though. He was there to see Omega wrestle 25 minutes in that heat and not giving up on himself not once. Ospreay thought Omega was done after taking a belt shot. And what did you go ahead and do? You kicked out of one, you cheeky slag. The cleaner is back. The best bout machine is back and says that when they get closer to Wembley Stadium, things will heat up. They are two alpha males. He says for 10 years, Omega has been his hero, his inspiration, and he can only thank him each time he steps foot in the ring with him. When Ospreay thinks of AEW, he thinks of Kenny Omega. And as all he's ever wanted to be was a fraction of what Omega is, but he's not satisfied anymore being number two. He's locked the fuck in. Nor should, and Omega says, nor should he. Ospreay says every week they'll be out here showing everyone why they're in the position that they're in. Wembley Stadium main event AEW World Title. Let's show them this is where the best wrestle. Right as they were about to do their Mega Power S handshake, out comes TNT champion Kevin the Jet Knight. He comes out and he says that he doesn't mean to break up this brotherly love fest, but he tells Ospreay he's got things to talk about champion to champion. Omega says Ospreay can stay, as Knight says that he wanted to congratulate Omega face to face. But while they can talk about Wembley, the Jet is still owed a world title shot, courtesy of Maxwell Jacob Fraudman. And there's a debt to still be paid. Omega is a god, but what's a god to a non-believer? Knight issues the challenge for redemption for the AEW World Championship, and the crowd loudly chant no. Omega says Knight is trying to hold Omega accountable for a promise MJF made. They're not going to do that. What they are going to do, maybe Omega will give him a shot just because he's a nice guy. Maybe because the first time Omega saw Knight, he saw something special. He saw that it factor. Someone that looked the part, faster than everyone. He says he jumped higher than everyone, someone that was hungry. That's where it ended, because Knight went and aligned himself with Don Callis. Omega says that he'd be a hypocrite if he told everyone he never believed in what Callis sold him, as the last time he was world champion, it was thanks to Callis. It was during coronavirus, and he had a party to celebrate his title win. And when no one showed up, he tried to use that coronavirus as an excuse. But Omega realized that if they could, they wouldn't still show up, because no one shows up for that guy. That guy doesn't have friends. He just has people that he leeches off of, just like you. He says that you can try to get this title by going through Don, but you're not going to be able to do that. He says that everything that Don Callis' worth fell right down the toilet. He says when he was with Callis, his self-worth went right down the toilet. He felt like he didn't deserve any of the praise or deserve any of the credit. Omega told Knight, trust him. He doesn't need Callis. The same words that Speedball Mike Bailey have said, Will Ospreay has said, or the fans believe, Knight could do this all on his own. Omega said, call MJF what you want. He says, you call him Maxwell Jacob Fraudman. He wasn't a fraud. He defended the title when he said he'd do it. The only fraud Omega sees is Knight, as deep down inside, the shit Knight is spewing isn't from the heart. He feels that there's a lot of good left in his heart, and he doesn't need a guy like Don Callis to beat Kenny Omega. If he's going to beat him at Redemption, he wants the Jet, not Callis's little bitch boy. If you're going to beat Jet 2 belts, do it on your own, big boy. Don't do it with Callis. Knight says that he makes a good point, but one thing he's wrong about, there's not goodness in his heart, only greatness. He pops Omega in the head with the microphone. Ospreay goes and flies in with the hidden blade, but Knight is able to duck down and bail from the ring. But once he gets on the ramp, he's attacked from behind by Darby Allin. Then we get Brian Cage, who attacks Darby. He faces him later in the show. Then we get the rest of the Callis family coming down. Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta hit the ring, and Ospreay and Omega get rid of them. Then we get Hechicero, Knight, and Jake Doyle are all on the ramp. They decide they want to surround the ring when the music of the Death Riders hit. Out comes Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, and they have Ospreay's back, and by translation, Omega's back as well. We get Callis family retreating. Overall, I thought this was a very long segment, but I thought Omega was great during it. He's really kind of... It feels to me like he's gotten a lot of his bad promo traits out during that whole Zack Sabre Jr. rivalry, and he's really kind of focused. Like, he built up the MJF matchup very well the week before Beach Break. He did a great promo to start off Beach Break last week, and then following the show, if you saw the digital exclusive. And then I thought here he created a story out of nothing, out of a nothing title match that most of us thought was going to be on TV. He created a story that's actually makes sense that they're trying to tell, with Omega kind of being the recovering drug addict, former Don Callis guy that's trying to find the redemption inside of Kevin Knight. It's an interesting story, but they have absolutely no fucking time to tell it because they only have a go-home show before the pay-per-view. So it's a good idea, but they don't have enough time to actually tell the story effectively. I thought he was well. I thought Ospreay was well in building up the story and the rivalry that he has with Omega heading into All In, and kind of giving us a starting block to that rivalry. So, and I thought Kevin Knight was better than his promo from the week before. So that's all I can ask for. Jimmy, what did you think?
How long was all this?
21 minutes.
Come on. I need to say it. 21 minutes, not a great mic work in the bunch. What the fuck is going on? I am baffled. That said, I thought Omega was good here. He comes across as old, but it's like a really likable old man. It's hard to explain. I thoroughly enjoy Kenny Omega. Outside of the Zack Sabre Jr. stuff. He comes across as somebody you want to follow, somebody you like. He comes across as genuine, and he acknowledges the continuity of his fucking past which is important because we saw those things happen. They were on TV. They happened on this very show. Why are you pretending like that's not the case? Speaking of which, here comes Will Ospreay, who is not going to acknowledge his fucking past. He babbles as if shit that happened on this very show doesn't happen. He claims that he's an alpha male. He's not the alpha male of his own fucking group. And more importantly than all fucking that, he says Kenny Omega didn't believe in himself, when in very fact, this nigga doesn't believe in himself. Left his principles behind to join a bunch of fucking murderers. Are you fucking serious? I was so fucking bothered. The thing I liked about Ospreay is what I've always kind of liked about CM Punk, though Ospreay has to a lesser extent. Not comparing them quality-wise. Punk's on a different platform entirely. But he's always sounded like he knows he's the shit. It's something enjoyable about a babyface who kind of knows he's better than everybody else. I've always liked that about Ospreay. Unfortunately for him, that is not the case in kayfabe. So don't buy it anymore, and it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Listen, is he a cornball bringing up Goku and Vegeta? It's not even a proper fucking analogy. What the fuck is going on? You know what? We're never going to do that. We're not going to get into that.
I totally forgot to write that in my notes that he said that Goku and Vegeta.
Good Lord.
I knew you would hate that.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, you do want to remind wrestling fans of the nerds every once in a while. I appreciate that part. But it didn't really work for me. Matter of fact, most hospitals promo didn't work for me. Don't get me started, Kevin Knight. You're not going to get started, Kevin Knight. Omega building is the thing out of nowhere. I've always believed in you. By the way, you run fast, you jump high. Really, pay a lot for him at the auction. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck about fucking Kevin Knight. I'm sorry. Can we stop? Please and thank you. I hated all of this. Well, most of this. Everything, once Ospreay came out, I hated it. Omega was great. Even Matt Jackson was good. I bought into his horse shit. It was, what's going on here? Let me tell you, if Kenny Omega is the best mic worker by far, you got an issue. You should be going 20 minutes. You shouldn't be going 20 minutes. I know that much. Good Lord.
I mean, this feels very akin to the Hangman Adam Page versus Kyle Fletcher matchup from last year's All Out, except they did the necessary stuff leading into that to make Kyle Fletcher this feel like a big match and not feel like haphazardly put together. Despite that coming together like within weeks, because that was like a plan B. And we know this is a plan B, but this feels so haphazardly put together. And Kyle Fletcher had beaten Will Ospreay. He had became TNT champion. He had been defending the title for a few months before he got that title match. And most of all, they did the big angle where he takes out Kenny Omega. That was the big thing that set him up to be a challenger for Hangman Adam Page. Here, he just hits Omega with the mic. He does nothing physical. At least if you're gonna let him do that, like at least let him pop Ospreay with the mic as well. He lays out both men that's going to be in the main event of All In. Make him seem like he is actually credible for this title match instead of him having a weak excuse to take the title match. Then Omega saying, I see something in you, so I will give you the title match, but you need to get off this Don Callis crack and get on the path that's going to make you the world champion. That's an interesting story to go down, but like I said, they have no time to tell it. And I think that Kevin Knight comes off as just a very weak challenger because they haven't taken the steps to make him credible enough. And he's gotten shots already this year. He's gotten 2 shots already this year.
Oh, so that did pop me. Him thinking he can cash in his max title match for an Omega title match is hilarious on all.
That actually made him a pretty funny heel. That actually did make it.
Omega was like, "What? Oh, no."
We're not going to do that. I was like, yes, thank you. Appreciate you for that. We got Chuck Berries who says Omega did make some great points. I just thought the entire promo was too damn long though.
Fucking absurd. No Punk, no MJF, no Flair, no Rock, no Austin. 20-minute promo. What the fuck is going on? Somebody explain it to me.
Big Man Guy saying this is such a TV main event.
Yeah.
It is. Mr. Towns is positive though. He says, I'm excited to see Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight, but I see why he got put with Don Callis. Kevin needs to work on his promos a little bit more. There are other managers. Why is only Don Callis the only manager that y'all think can do promos for Kevin Knight?
Who would you put him with?
Prince Nana, MVP, Stokely Hathaway.
I love that just Negroes. He can't be with Nana. Nana's he has one client.
Nana, they're rebuilding the embassy. He's the crown jewel of the embassy.
Kevin Knight?
Crown jewel of the embassy, Kevin Knight.
I don't want to be rude. Whatever. Kevin Knight's fine.
I don't want to be rude, but he said, "You know what? I'm just gonna."
This would be like sitting through a Javon push.
Wow! Why doesn't Javon get a push? He looked great on Monday.
There's a reason he doesn't actually get a push because Oba's here. It's like, I'm a star. You're not. Like, we just need another Negro to stand next to Kevin Knight so you all can see what the fuck I'm talking about. It's infuriating. It doesn't work unless they're black, apparently. You would think him standing next to Kyle Fletcher would be enough for you all to go, oh, okay, that's a star. That's not a star. But apparently he's got to be black, otherwise it doesn't work.
Nope. Hey, we immune. We immune, nigga. We immune. We don't feel that.
Relying on fucking Swerve. Ain't that a bitch?
Yep. We got Renee Paquette backstage, and she interviews Kenny Omega. So Kenny Omega got a 20-minute promo and then had a backstage segment as well. He's approached by Darby Allin, who says that Kevin Knight needs to be humbled next week. And he's going to do it by taking the TNT championship. He says that Omega is wasting his time trying to talk to him, and you have to beat sense into Kevin. Omega says he'll leave that to Darby, who leaves and says, you got to beat sense into. Like, stop all that pussy shit. Like, that's what Darby is on. That's what Darby's time is on. Then Jon Moxley walks in, and he says, Allin is right. Some people are what they are. Can't pretend to be anything else. Some people don't change, even if they try. So it's made official for AEW Redemption for the AEW World Championship. TNT champion Kevin Knight will challenge the cleaner, Kenny Omega. And building off of what happened in the ring earlier in the show, next week on Dynamite, the go-home show ahead of Redemption, it will be the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega teaming with AEW Continental Champion Jon Moxley and his all-in opponent as of right now, Owen Hart Cup winner Will Ospreay to versus the Don Callis families, Brian Cage, Hetzer, and Jake Doyle.
Now we're gonna pretend. Fair enough. Sure. See that match going fucking at least 7 minutes longer than it should go. Oh man. I love how Omega is talking about fucking Kevin Knight's thigh muscles, talking about how high he can jump, how fast he can run. And then Darby's talking about he needs to be humbled. What is AEW trying to tell us here? I'm picking up on the signs here. Me and Shabazz are picking up on the signs here. I don't
my God.
I don't like where this is going. These people, you got to beat it into them. You can't talk to these people. You can't talk to these people. You got to beat it out of them. Darby. He's from Seattle. Him and Swerve.
He's like, I like to imagine Darby winged that after watching the segment.
It's got to be beaten out of him. Oh, shit.
We got to keep potatoes. Really gets fired up when he has a black opponent.
Absolutely.
Hashtag notice it.
Me, Shabazz, and King Potato. We're on it. We're paying attention. I see what's going on here. It's odd. Very odd. Interesting.
I can't with you. I can't with you. Right
Put on a t-shirt. Swerve was right.
They're gonna treat Swerve like he's Magneto. They're gonna be like, Swerve was right. Swerve was right. He was right about them. So my question to you, Kevin Knight, Kenny Omega, confirmed for Redemption. If you are doing the MJF match early and you're not going to do that at Redemption, and you don't want to do, it seems like none of the fans here or you want to see Kevin Knight get this matchup, who faces Kenny Omega at Redemption if you have the pen?
That's a good question. I like your Okada pick earlier. That's not bad. And I can't do MJF rematch.
No, apparently not, because it seems like MJF, the report from Fightful Select yesterday was that MJF is not factored into plans for Redemption, but he is factored into the plans for All In.
So I'm just a booker. I'm not Tony Khan. So from Tony Khan, it's a doing a rematch. MJF's going to have to get the fuck over it. I thought I said it.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, I like the Okada pick a lot. I'd go to Okada.
Yeah, I just feel like that's just one makes sense. But I also understand where they're thinking, where they're like, oh, we're trying to save Okada for this three-way matchup we're building for AEW All In. But Okada was due a title match. Remember, he was supposed to get the title match against Darby during his reign.
Right. Yeah, there's nobody that all that interesting. I mean, I don't want to see Jon Moxley, so that's an option.
Yeah, Jon Moxley is one that's been very popular that a lot of people thought they were going to go to.
How would you win that? How I went was have Omega beat him.
Omega. Yeah, Omega beats him.
Just clean? That's it? You don't set anything up? Ospreay doesn't fuck something up and hit Moxley by accident? Or
woo, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. And then Moxley and the Death Riders turn on him after that. And then it's Omega and Ospreay versus Death Riders on the road to All In.
I just want them away from my fucking Kenny Omega. That's too much to ask.
He's like, I just want my Kenny Omega and just enjoy my Kenny Omega. Is that not too much?
You already ruined John fucking Will Ospreay. I can't drink Kenny Omega.
Kyle Fletcher, what do you think about that? Kyle Fletcher.
You could do that, but I gotta be honest, at this point in my life, Kyle Fletcher would be taking impossibly few losses.
Yeah.
Shocked how
Same.
he loses.
Same. In a perfect world, he's the guy that we're building up to dethrone Ospreay. To me.
Yes. In a very straight up manner, instead of the horseshit we did with Ospreay.
We got Big Man Does. He says, I want Moxley just so Ospreay can turn on Mox before All In. So yeah. That is a way to facilitate that. Another option that I haven't heard anybody talk about, Darby himself.
Versus Omega?
Yeah, they've never done that match. It's one of the rare first time matches that AEW has.
It would be preferable to Darby wrestling for the TNT title just a few months after he was a fucking world champion. Heinous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that match though. Probably not more than the Okada match, but I like the match.
So you would rank it Okada. Who would be next? Darby.
Moxley.
Fletcher. Oh, okay. I thought you put Fletcher above Moxley.
Now I'm just put the belt on Fletcher. Sorry, Kenny.
Moxley, Fletcher. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Then we go backstage and we get Jungle Jack Perry talking about re-signing his contract with AEW, feeling that it is a second chapter for him, if you will. He says that he is working on chapter 2, but he says he looks back on chapter 1 and saw him coming close to breaking through. This Saturday, he's testing himself against a challenger, against someone who thinks that they're in the same shoes that he once was. Someone who wants to show what the future of pro wrestling is all about. And then at this point, we see that Luchasaurus is holding the boom mic here with his one good arm. And then it's revealed that the challenger who accepted the challenge was none other than Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne going one-on-one with Jungle Jack Perry this Saturday on Collision.
I didn't see that on TV. I was wondering, who could he possibly be talking about? He's younger than Jack Perry. That we're going to have Jack Perry beat Nick Wayne.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. When I saw that, because I was wondering too, who the hell is he talking about? I was just like, oh, you know what? That actually makes sense.
Fantastic. Loving this stuff. Loving the Jack Perry push. Just do.
King Potato says they gave Jungle Jackass another segment on Dynamite instead of Tekla. I know she was in Japan, but give us a video package of her. Yeah, I would have loved that, especially with what she did in Japan. She invaded Stardom's 5-star Grand Prix live stream with Shuri, and she showed up drinking fucking like Four Loco, or a Japanese version of Four Loco, and she's just drinking it, and she's like, you know what, we're putting Julia Hart in the 5-star Grand Prix, and we're challenging for their trios titles in Stardom, and they're challenging this Saturday, so that's why they're in Japan. And then she started talking shit to Shuri, and Shuri stopped her from drinking her drink and basically looked at her. She was going to kick her ass because they used to be in the same group together. So I think that they'll probably win the trios titles, and they'll probably maybe defend them at Wembley Stadium to versus the Stardom team.
Let's get Tekla on the card. Fair enough.
Yeah. Continue the story they've been telling.
That would have been interesting to see.
King Potato says, huh?
Shave is
weird. He did.
Go to back. We're going backwards. I'm happy.
He's like, I liked you better back then. King Potato saying Tekla is wrecking shit in Japan right now, and AEW isn't showing us any of it. They'll probably show it on Collision.
Don't watch Collision.
You don't watch Collision. I get paid to watch Collision.
300,000 people watch Dynamite. Don't watch fucking Collision. That's your audience doesn't watch Collision.
Also fair. Then we get Brodito in tag team action. They are facing the duo of Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto. So this isn't lasting long. We get a stun gun into a back suplex. King slams Comoroto onto his tag team partner. Then Bandido follows up with a big frog splash onto the pile, and he gets the quick 1-2-3 to pick up the victory here. Then to follow this up, we go backstage and we get the AEW International Champion Kyle Fletcher, and he is with Renee Paquette for an interview before his AEW International Championship, which is International Championship matchup, which is up next against Komander. He is asked about winning the title last week and then having to defend it this week against a luchador who is fresh off of having a tour in CMLL and Komander. And before he can even answer, Brodito rudely interrupt him. They run in, they're all celebrating. They have most wanted posters, and they give one to Renee, and then Bandido places one on Fletcher's chest before they just bail here. I was like, are Brodito supposed to be the heels here?
Heinous. What unlikely baby faces.
I was like, that was rude as fuck. I was like, I'm okay with Bandido being the dumb baby face, but I don't want him being a rude one.
Seriously, they have Excalibur sort of stick up for this bullshit. Lord, heinous.
It was like they were in the gorilla position, so they had to, they ran into each other. It's like, what that got to do with rudely interrupting my interview?
Yeah, putting your fucking thing on my chest. Pause.
Wow. You caught that quick. Congrats. We got a super chat donation from our good brother Dion Jenkins. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. You guys are appreciate you as always, Dion. You're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. So we will give you one of our favorites.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Dion says Bandido continually fails upwards. This will be his third big title match loss this year. I forgot to give one to the Listen up, you prick. But yeah, he lost to MJF for the AEW World Championship in January. He lost to Jon Moxley for the AEW Continental Championship at Forbidden Door, and now he gets a shot at the TNT, because it was quite obvious when they did this whole thing. I was like, please don't do Fletcher versus I'm not saying that this is not going to be a killer matchup. I know it's going to be a banger. Regardless, though, this is like the fourth big match. He's been on every pay-per-view and he's lost every matchup. He lost to Andrade at Revolution. He lost to who do you lose to now? Swerve at Double or Nothing. He lost to Moxley at Forbidden Door. Now you want him to lose to fucking Fletcher at Redemption. Like, do you want any credibility for this guy? This guy that was in the conversation for Wrestler of the Year last year, as far as like in-ring action, he was amazing last year. And you actually protected him because he was AEW World Tag Team Champion. And now you're just losing all of that. All that credibility that you built up for him. You're just throwing it away.
He's a good hand, sir. He's used in a good hand spot. So Bandido's not really failing upward. If you're going from a world title to fucking continental title to international title, you're failing in the right direction. But listen, I like Bandido. He's a very good wrestler. One, very good. He's great in the ring, I would say. Who should he beat? He shouldn't beat Andrade. He shouldn't beat Swerve. He shouldn't beat Fletcher. You just have him wrestle a bunch of bums. What do you want? Sorry, you're where you should be. Sorry, breaking news to you.
Like you up here now. You working with people that are just a little bit better than you.
Right. This. You graduated from mid Carter who beats lower Carters to mid Carter who loses to upper mid Carters. This is a win. Take it. Take it.
Visible hand. He is the ROH World Champion. That is
still.
Yes, still.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah.
He's about to. He looked like he's about to have his Athena run. Like they ain't building nobody up to beat him either.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah.
How would you get the booking of that? Who books ROH? Still Tony Khan?
Still Tony Khan.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Next up, Kyle Fletcher defends the AEW International Championship against Komander. We get a lightning quick start from Komander, who gets a couple of close near falls. He catches a leap. Fletcher catches a leaping Komander off the apron, drops him face first, hits a running boot. Then Fletcher hugged Callis at ringside. Komander was able to battle back, though. He hits his crazy, impressive. He doesn't even do a rope walk. He does a rope run dive before we go to a commercial break. We return to Komander fighting back with a massive thrust kick, but Fletcher recovered and hits an enziguri. He attempts the deadlift avalanche brainbuster from the apron, but Komander slid out, hits a double jump snap hurricane rata. Fletcher went back outside as Komander followed up with another diving hurricane rata, sending Fletcher face first into the corner of the commentary table. He actually was bleeding from his stomach after that spot. We get an impressive spinning 450 splash from Komander. He gets a near fall. He tries for the Salida del Sol, but Fletcher is able to sweep out his legs on the top rope. Only Komander flipped onto his feet and hits this insane springboard destroyer, gets a 2 count. The crowd is going absolutely nuts with some justified holy shit chants after that. We get a thrust kick connects, but then Komander runs the rope and he walks right into a Michinoku driver as Fletcher gets a near fall. Fletcher goes for the lawn dart, but Komander's able to slip out. He tries for a spinning moonsault, but Fletcher is able to catch him and then spike him with the brainbuster to get the 1-2-3 to pick up the victory here. I really like the finish of this matchup and thought it was a banger. Like Komander just went out there and he was fresh because this is his first match back since having visa issues and being stuck in Mexico for months. And he went out here and he was leaving an impression. And this was probably the loudest that the crowd got the entire show, especially for that insane springboard destroyer. And he made them bite on the near fall as well. And Fletcher was bumping all over the place for this guy. They went out there and had an awesome bout. And I really like the finish because usually Fletcher will hit like haluva kick, brainbuster, kick out, then brainbuster off the top rope. He gets the win type of finishes. But this one was just, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to hit my finish. 1-2-3, get the win. And I like that type of finish from Fletcher. Post-match, we get Fletcher who tries to unmask Komander, but then comes Konosuke Takeshita, who still is not in Japan, despite starting in the G1 this Saturday. He comes out, he brawls with a Fletcher, he knocks him out with the world-class forearm. He then grabs the AEW International Championship, saying that the title is his and then he's coming after it. But out comes Kazuchika Okada, the former AEW International Champion. He hits Takeshita with the Rainmaker. He then goes to pick up the title, but Fletcher picks it up as well, and they have a stare down until Brodito comes down to make the save for Takeshita and Komander, I guess, as they hit the big dive. Brody King taking out Okada, while Bandito takes out Fletcher, and then Bandito picks up the AEW International Championship. Later on in the show, we get an interview with Kyle Fletcher, who calls out Bandito for putting his hands on his championship and says that he wants to prove himself as the best AEW International Champion of all time, and he will face anyone to do that. And we see Okada behind him, basically staring at him, basically saying, looking like he wasn't too pleased with everything that Fletcher had to say here. As Fletcher makes the challenge to Bandito for redemption, and the match is made official. It will be Kyle Fletcher defending the AEW International Championship against Bandito Sunday, July 26, Montreal, Quebec, Canada at Redemption. What did you think about Fletcher versus Komander and the post-match with Takeshita, Okada, and Brodito?
Imagine teasing that triple threat match with Fletcher and Takeshita and Okada, and then announcing Bandido versus Fletcher. It's fucking hysterical on all levels. Quick question. Slightly off topic. Where would you say Paul George ranks all time? Top 100, top 75, top 50?
Say top 100.
Top 100. So he would be ranked higher all time than Jaylen Brown, for example.
Yeah.
But today, you would take Jaylen Brown over Paul George, I would imagine.
Yes.
Fair enough. Glad we're on the same page. Kyle Fletcher is better than Will Ospreay. Full fucking stop. It is what it is. I don't want to hear any arguments. It is what it is. Kyle Fletcher is fucking amazing. I can't believe it. Come on, man. It is what it is, man.
He made Jimmy into a Komander matchup, and now he is officially better than Will Ospreay.
Fucking impossible. This nigga was climbing the ropes, and I was like, "Go get him!" Yeah.
Fletcher, I will say, Fletcher bumps like a madman.
He's like Flair. It's drives like holy shit. He's not doing his horse shit. He's just out there getting his ass beat. This is hilarious. Holy shit. All right, man. That's so he's so good. He's charmingly good. Listen, he like you guys said, the finish was great. I thought he was gonna go to his usual horse shit, which would turn me off. Bunch of fucking kickouts about nothing, or a bunch of stupid fucking moves. No, just wrapped it up nicely. Got a great match out of fucking Komander of all fucking people. Good lord, man, that was fantastic. Oh man, that was great. Kyle Fletcher, future AEW champion.
Agreed. I agree with all this. Like, I love this matchup I saw the matchup before and I was like, yeah, these guys have great chemistry, so I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know they would have like the crowd biting on that near fall, on that insane springboard destroyer. But I was just watching this match and I was just stunned by how Fletcher just bumps. Like, I said it last week with the bastard driver and the wheelbarrow German suplex on the apron, but he had like 4 of those in this one matchup.
Crazy, just laid out. He's so good. He's so good. Hope he doesn't have any bad influences around him. Outside of Ospreay, can't do anything about that. Nobody else.
Nigga called Will Ospreay Paul George. I would never forgive him for that. I would never forgive him for that.
He's a great wrestler.
No. Don't give me that. No. I don't want to hear the explanation. You are not going to tell me that Will Ospreay is Paul George.
Paul George is fucking great. Well, he was at one point. And he's not anymore.
Will Ospreay is great right now.
Ospreay is good. Will Ospreay's not great anymore. Can we just let this go?
No, you don't let it go.
This is one of those things where I say something and then I'm called an asshole for 6 months. Then you guys are like, you know what, Jimmy was kind of right about that.
No,
His
no,
always just
no,
all-
no. I will not be months later saying, "Oh, you're right. Will Ospreay is Paul George." No, I won't be saying that.
You will say Will Ospreay is not the Will Ospreay of old. That
Hey,
he's
when he
lost
has the match of the year against Kenny Omega at All In, then we can revisit.
Who say Kenny Omega's fucking fantastic? This match was better than the Swerve match with Ospreay.
What? This match?
This match.
That's crazy.
That Swerve match.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Hate. I've never hated Will Ospreay. That match is all of Ospreay's bad habits on full fucking display. As he hangs out with another fucking bad kid in the back of the class, doing a bunch of horse shit. Sorry. Can't leave these niggas up to their own devices. He needs an agent. He needs somebody. He needs Triple H in his ear, not Jon Moxley. Slow it down.
Renee Paquette is out on the stage and she brings out the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. Hayter asks Boston if they care for a couple of words from the Birds. Alex Windsor says that if anyone knows about drinking and fighting, it is Boston. They're crushed by the World Cup results as England lost earlier in the day to Argentina. But fear not, these Brits with the tits won't let you down. Oh. Wembley is in their sights, so close they can taste it. They will beat the piss out of anyone to prove they are the best tag team in AEW. They said, let's go get pissed. First round's on us. And they head out with Renee.
Oh, damn. I mean, we saw it coming how many years ago? How long ago since Jimmy Hayter came back?
2024. All in 2024.
So it's been about 2 years. I mean, I saw it coming in when she came back with fucking orange hair. She lost her ass straps. And, I knew we were heading downhill. I just didn't quite think we'd slide this far down. That's some horse shit. That was fucking.
I was like, what was the point of this? Like, if this was after Redemption, I'd be fine with this because you're actually building towards the tag team title match. But this was just like a teaser to them building to the tag team title match because we're still not through the last pay-per-view before we get to All In.
So that's the gimmicks that they're British, essentially? That's it?
Basically.
That's it?
British stereotypes. British stereotypes. They're two Fit Finleys.
Like,
Fit Finleys meets the APA.
Can we be sexist about this? Fit Finley looks like he drinks and fights. Just looking in the face like, that's somebody who drinks. He certainly fights. Look at his teeth. His face is all mangled. He definitely drink and fight. Like, her hair all fluffy. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go to all this. Good Lord. Oh, shocking.
Now we get the best part of the entire show. Are you ready, Jimmy?
Sure.
Jericho is backstage in the dark room and issues a challenge to Ciampa. He says that Ciampa hurt him a lot last week, but he had a hell of a great time. So he wants to challenge Ciampa for one more ride at Redemption. Ciampa can bring the pain, while Jericho, as he turns to the camera, will bring the pain maker. Hell is coming for Ciampa as he fucking looks right into the camera, puts on his cute little top hat, opens his mouth and says, "Ah!" I'm sorry, laughing. This was the best moment. This was the best part of the show. He said.
Oh my God, sir.
Then we head over to Tommaso Ciampa, who says Ciampa is better than Chris Jericho. And they'll find that out again at Redemption. If the Painmaker is better than the Psycho Killer. Before they get there, he's got one more night in his hometown of Boston. He issues a challenge to anyone on Collision, saying that he hopes Jericho is watching. Welcome to the City of Champions. Welcome to the City of Ciampa. It is official. AEW Redemption. Painmaker versus Tommaso Ciampa. He literally said he's the psycho killer, and they couldn't even get that on the graphic. They had to put Tommaso Ciampa. But Jericho can be Painmaker. Painmaker, Chris Jericho, the psycho killer, Tommaso Ciampa, AEW Redemption. What did you think about these promos?
Jericho, listen, we know his condition. We know how long he's been wrestling. We know how not great he's been the last few years. But I honestly felt like he's shown quite a bit of discipline this last run and effort. I thought the match he had with Ciampa, I didn't like it. I thought like I should have, because he's putting in a lot of work. He's taking the proper bumps. He's doing everything he needs to do. Jericho understands the state he is in 2026. And then out of the blue, it's the Painmaker. I don't know what's got in his contract. Maybe he's got some type of stick, lets him do what he wants. Somebody should be saying, you know what? Maybe we should put this to rest. Maybe Painmaker's not really a thing. 2023, 4, 5. That's a shame. Though good for Ciampa. Listen, your run so far is better than your WWE run. At least the last couple months of it. So,
yeah, I had someone earlier and in the Weege chat was like, oh, Ciampa must hate this. And I was like, Ciampa's versing Chris Jericho. Like, regardless of how the fans feel about Chris Jericho is still a respected name into his peers and wrestlers.
Shocking.
And yeah, he still is a star of a certain level, and this is a big program for Ciampa to establish himself in AEW.
Establish himself. He's already established. We're heading towards the end.
Jesus Christ.
He's reached his peak in AEW. Can we acknowledge this?
What?
He's reached his. Matter of fact, he probably peaked his first night. Whenever he won that TNT title, or whatever that was. That's the peak of him. You think he's gonna go higher than this in AEW?
I think the Darby match was higher than the TNT title win.
Oh, sure. Do you think he's gonna go higher than this in AEW?
Oh, this feud now? From here on out?
Yes.
Would a title win of any kind be higher than that?
Not of any kind, absolutely not. Nothing you can get that off. No, and winning the national championship would not qualify. No, tag titles.
He's the one who beats Fletcher for the international title.
AEW should be canceled the very next day. Think about having Ciampa beat Kyle Fletcher. Good Lord. Absolutely not. No. Yes, that would qualify. Yes. Beat Kyle Fletcher, yes.
We got our boy EBB is back in the chat. You remember EBB? He says, just saw the clip of Omega and Ospreay on Twitter. I rushed over here, LOL. You know, Austin, me and you are like Vegeta and Goku. You smell what the Rock is cooking? Just one more fight.
Oh my fucking God. That's such a fucking loser.
He also asks, is Heater doing well? Oh, she's in a tag team. Oh no, what has happened once she came back? What, 2 years back? Yeah, it's been
shocking. She wanted to change it up. She changed it up right into fucking oblivion. Still time to go back. Still dye your hair. Still put out the ass straps. There's still time.
It's like, go back to the ass straps, please. Please go back to ass straps. Big Red Dog says Ciampa is definitely winning the national title.
I can see him beat Andrade. However many fucking months from now.
Say that. All right, now we got in-ring action, and we have to say it every single time. But Darby Allin, goddamn, he's not gonna live past the age of like 55. I'm pretty sure, because this man's a maniac. Darby Allin is in action here. He's going against Brian Cage. Brian Cage is out here rocking his bodybuilding medal. Allin immediately tried a tope and he bounced off Cage like it was a freaking wall. Cage starts tossing him around on the outside. He hits a brutal suplex from the ring out onto the freaking stage. He then continues to beat the hell out of Darby. You get Taz, who says that Cage eats meals bigger than Darby. And then Cage does a rep with Allin before hitting him with a F5 into the commercial break. We get Cage, who repositions the steel steps outside, continuously beating the hell out of Darby, who reached the steps. Then he launched off of them with a shotgun dropkick. Allin followed with a coffin drop to the floor, taking out Cage. Allin went back in, but he was cut off. Cage went up with Allin as Allin hits a avalanche code red and gets a near fall. Allin then followed up. He tries for a low play on the stage as Cage was seated. Cage answered with a bounce back lariat. Then we get the sickest move of the fucking show. Cage presses Darby over his head and chucks him off the stage into the ring post. And oh my God, it looked horrible on first viewing, Jimmy. And then they showed the replay and it looked fucking worse. Oh my God. He hits his fucking head. And then I remember being a kid, whenever I would hit my head playing a sport or riding a bike, I would always do the shit when you rub your head, try to act like that's supposed to make it feel better. Darby's out here scratching his head. He scratched his head like that's supposed to make it feel better. I was like, nigga, you got CTE. What the fuck are we doing? That was insane. That's up there. I think that's gonna make the Darby highlight reel as one of the sickest things or bumps that he's taken in his career, because that was so violent and nasty to watch. Darby breaks the count, but he's pulled right back outside by Cage, who then pulls up the steel steps. Allin, though, as he was getting up to get back into the ring and break the count, he had taken off his belt from his pants, and he uses it on Cage as he stands on the steel steps. He trips him up, so he goes back first into the steel steps. Darby follows up with the coffin drop off the top ropes to the floor onto Cage on the steps. He brings him into the ring. He hits Cage makes it back into the ring before the count of 10, so Darby follows up with a coffin drop to the back, and then one to the stomach, the proper one. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin somehow gets the win after his fucking head got plastered on a ring post. It's Darby Allin. It's got to be good. That was fucking sick. And now Darby has earned his opportunity at the AEW TNT Championship next week on AEW Dynamite, which makes absolutely no sense because 2 weeks ago they had Darby challenge him for the title, and Don Callis said, "You're a criminal. I'm never going to let you get a shot at the title as long as I have a say in it." And they basically just did the Andrade stipulation for Darby and without announcing it here.
It's hearing all these in a row. The writing on the show is not really good. I just don't notice it because it follows Monday. It follows Mondays.
This actually seems coherent in comparison.
Yeah, at least I understand what's going on. This is a good match. All Darby matches are at the very least good, if not uncomfortable to watch. That ring post spot is uncomfortable to watch. I know Darby is superhuman, but the check always comes due. And I don't think we're going to like when Darby's check comes due. It's a little more concerning than I like. But hey, listen, it's a grown fucking man. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your body. This was
it's also true. He said Darby won't live past 55. Brian won't either. Love both guys. Never change.
Hey, man. These are grown-ups. Do what you want. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do with Brian Cage, though. He looks like a freak. I mean that in the best way possible.
Yes.
And he's rather athletic for his size. I feel like this is going to be a spot for the rest of his life. I don't know, that bothers me a little bit. I don't know why. I can't say I push him higher though. It just bothers me that he's stuck here.
He only had like the wrestling ability of one of the top guys. He's good. He's good for what he does, but he's older. He's not as athletic as he once was, but he looks like $1 million. So,
right,
find something for him to do.
You know what? He was in fucking purgatory for a while there. He was like off the show, then he was like in ROH. You know, now he's a consistent Dynamite Collision performer. That's something.
Yeah. He's in a big matchup next week against Ospreay, Mox, and fucking Omega.
Forgot he was part of that threesome. He's gonna get their ass beat.
Hey, sometimes being in a consistent big match or at least a highlighted matchup on Dynamite is the best you can ask for. And on occasion, you get a push out of it. Swerve, Mark Davis.
Yeah. So on occasion, you get fucked because of fucking speedball.
Then we get a promo segment. We're already past the top of the hour, which was kind of ridiculous that they weren't going to start the main event till like 3-4 minutes past the top of the hour. But we need a backstage segment with the guy who was in a 21-minute talking segment earlier. Kevin Knight and Don Callis are here as Callis interrupts Knight as he's asked a question, and he says Knight can handle everything on his plate. What was Kenny Omega when Callis gave him the world title? Suck it up, Buttercup. Everything good Omega has had in his life has been because of Don Callis. Who orders Knight to take care of that punk and become Jet 2 belts? But we can still see Kenny's words in Knight's head, especially when Speedball Mike Bailey pulls up on him, his former tag team partner. He says that the facade Knight is putting on isn't working. The fans and Bailey love Knight and ready to forgive him, but Knight says he doesn't need his love and let him be. And Speedball says good luck in Montreal.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck are these people talking about? We and the fans love you. No, they don't. What's going on? Oh my god! When he falls in love with somebody, he really falls in love with them. This Kevin Knight shit is egregious. This is Austin Theory levels. He's better than Theory is.
Yes,
he's in the ring, but it's the same level of what the fuck. You just decided this is the thing we're doing. Fuck with the reaction. This is what we're doing. I decided it. Been Jet 2 belts for months now. Enough of this shit. Oh, it's almost over. Fucking another week or two, a week and a half, rather. Whatever. These people are still talking to this guy like, is still good in you? We believe him. What are you talking about? He's beat your ass for no reason. Whatever. I'm over all this.
It's been a few weeks since Speedball won a tag team matchup like 2 weeks ago. So
that's something, I suppose.
Then we get our main event of the show. Mercedes Moné returns to Boston as she is teaming up with AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross to face the number one contender for the AEW Women's World Championship at Redemption, Willow Nightingale, Hyan, and Owen Hart Cup finalist Maya World. Boston crowd was loudly behind the heel Moné here as things broke down early. Even though Moné was over as hell in her hometown, Willow got a big pop as well, especially during her entrance. We get World and Hyan still battle back against the bigger opponents in Bayne and Cross. They take double drop kicks, does Bayne and Cross, but they caught both women and hit stereo fall-away slams. We get Willow Nightingale who comes in. She misses her first attempt at an enziguri, but eventually hits one, and she starts running wild on the heels, trying to get her hands on Mercedes, who kept bailing whenever she was in the ring with Willow. We get Bayne and Cross start using their power to their advantage. Crazy looking German suplex from Bayne on Hyan at one point. They isolate Maya World, though. They break her down, separate her from her tag team partners. We get World, who has to fight back. We get a double lumbar and then double German suplex on World and Hyan from Bayne and Cross. We get Moné, who misses a corner Meteora, wanted a suplex, but had it reversed by Maya. Cross then made the tag, and then World fought free, and she was able to make the hot tag to Willow Nightingale. Willow runs wild. She wipes out Bayne with a corner splash and a big boot. Monet was clipped on the apron as Nightingale hits a spine buster on Bane and gets a near fall. The match completely breaks down. We get a corner boot on Monet by Hyan, but she gets taken out by Lena Cross. Maya World comes in and takes out Lena, but then Bane takes her out with a flying clothesline. Then we get a big lariat by Nightingale, takes out Bane. We get Monet and Maya World come into the ring, and they just follow up from their Forbidden Door matchup. You get Monet, who reverses a suplex into the Three Amigos. She goes for the frog splash, but Maya gets her knees up. You get Cross, who tags in. World gets an up kick, and there's a spot where they do a back suplex, but Cross landed rough on her arm and World on her head. You get Hyan, who tags in and hits a suplex on Lena. We get a blind tag by Bane as Divine Dominion ramp off the offense. Bane with a release German suplex, and Falcon Arrow gets a near fall. Monet eventually makes the tag in as she comes in and she gets it out with Hyan. She eventually hits the Moneymaker, gets the cover and the 1-2-3 to pick up the victory for her unit here. Good matchup. I thought Maya World was really more over than I thought she would be, coming off the heels of her great performance at Forbidden Door, and the crowd was into her when she was making her comeback and trying to make the hot tag. Divine Dominion and Mercedes, they looked like a unit here. They were in matching gear. They worked well with one another. So I can get into this if this is what they want to do. They just have to make it different and actually talk about like cementing them as a unit by having them work together more often than not, especially on the road to All In. But we'll see what happens there. But good matchup to end the show. What did you think?
Match started after the show should have been off the air. Wild disrespectful. You know what? He's like, we got four niggerettes in here. Let's just get this shit over with. Just grit our teeth to make it through this fucking thing. Kind of sucks. But listen, it was a good match for what it was. Mercedes fantastic. Willow was great. Mercedes was swinging the title like a boss. That's not what I got from that. Like a boss was not what I got from the way she was swinging the title in between her legs, flopping it around. I'm going to need to go to therapy because I think that might have awoken something. Still concerning.
She awoken something in you. Oh, okay.
Too old, way too old to be having feelings like this. But
sounds like to me you're starting to warm up to Mercedes more than you were prior to her hiatus.
Showed quite a bit of personality here. I still don't want her to be speaking, but she showed more personality.
He said, "Shut up, bitch." Like what? Like what?
She changed her Twitter name to Big D Monet. Okay, well, so much for subtlety. I thought it was, never mind, I'm over it again. Yeah, she was great in this match. Willow was great in this match, and everybody else was fine enough. I don't know if I like her and Divine Dominion together. I feel like Mega Man's bigger than this. Feels Breaker-esque to me to be having her behind somebody, but whatever. It'll be fine. This was good stuff. Tekka was in Japan, you say?
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah, it worked. It worked to put. It gives some shine to Maya World coming off her great performance at Forbidden Door. Gives some shine to the women's tag team champions and Mercedes and Willow, which a lot of people believe is going to be the women's world title match at All In.
No reason to doubt that at this fucking point.
Yeah. All right, but that's going to bring us to the end of another edition of AEWramble. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And, of course, you know what time it is. It's time to give our ratings on the show. Let us know your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, your moment of the night, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give last night's show? For me and Jimmy Macram, for the July 15, 2026 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. I'll go slight. The wrestling on the show was good enough for me to get by on a lot of the stuff I didn't like. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for me. What about you?
6.5. Kyle Fletcher was, and Komander, I guess, were fantastic. Everything else had its issues.
Yeah, I think like the building to Redemption is the big issue here, and it just feels like the most lame duck pay-per-view they've ever put together. But like you said, Fletcher and Komander was a banger. I really liked Andrade and Jake Doyle. I really liked the main event with Mercedes and Divine Dominion versus Maya World, Hyan and Willow Nightingale, and I really enjoyed Brian Cage and Darby Allin for just the cringeworthiness on that spot. But yes, and I overall I enjoyed the Omega celebration and the promo to set up him and Kevin Knight, but not the best matchup I wanted to set up. Jimmy, who is your MVP for the show?
MVP is Jay White for making the first 15 minutes of the show tolerable. Fucking fantastic.
MVP for the show, I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega again. I thought that Omega had good promo work and set up a story for a matchup that I'm not really interested in. I don't really want, but at least it's a story that is actually intriguing. So I'll give it him for that. And I thought his promo work, and he came off like the biggest star on the show as well. LVP for the show.
I'll go for Jericho. Yeah.
Chris Jericho, really? Is it Chris Jericho? I'm gonna go with the Death Riders.
Ospreay?
I guess Ospreay counts. Yeah, he counts. I'll go with the Death Riders because one, they did not need to be in an AEW World Tag Team Title match. Two, they didn't deserve a second AEW World Tag Team Title match at the pay-per-view. And three, I still need Ospreay to have some agency and not just expect his big brother Moxley or Uncle Phil Moxley to make the save for him every single time. He gives him monologues like he is Will Smith Ospreay, and he is Uncle Phil Moxley.
Embarrassing.
And match of the night, easily Fletcher and Komander.
Absolutely. But one of the best wrestlers in the business.
I agree.
What he knows and what he doesn't know. He knows when to tone it down. Don't do a bunch of stupid kick-out spots, a bunch of moves that don't fucking matter. 10 minutes into a 30-minute fucking match.
We got it. All right, that's going to bring us to the end on another edition of AEWramble. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us live. Thank you so much to Jimmy for joining us as always. Jimmy Macram, let the people know where they can follow you or any final words for the people.
Final words? No, I have nothing to say.
Good. I appreciate you for that. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here. You can also see GOAT Match Series over there. Me and Jimmy, our latest one is where me and Jimmy watch Mass versus Mass, El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano. So go over and check that out right now. Over on True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment later today, we got our The Bear Season 5 review for the final season of the series. We also will have later this week X-Men 97 review for the latest episode that dropped earlier this week as well. And tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, we got our WWE Saturday Night's main event preview. Myself, John Escudero of Dirt Sheet Radio, and of course, the lovely Maggie will be here to break down the card.
Look at that match. Fucking fantastic TV main event. Main event, Saturday Night main event. What is going on here?
Hey, I guess it is still the TV main event. But yes, appreciate you, Jimmy, as always, and appreciate all of you. For Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 258. What's a God to a non-believer? For the July 15th, 2026 edition of AEW Dynamite. We are signing off until next time.